You know the running gag in Monsters Inc. where Sully is never recognized or has a sticker over his eye. That is the running gag.
Yes, Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski, yeah.
Mike Wazowski. Anyways, there was a travel montage on the way back to Westvale. Crow and EO did some fishing for another gift for Rian because I think Crow really into her. And I mean, she just keeps giving her fish gifts, which where Rian comes from kind of means something. But anyways, there was some more talking. Yas read a book. Batu sang some songs, and then we got back to town, and the town it looks totally different somehow. Like the townspeople they did a lot of work. Like wow, so impressed.
Like that scene from Blazing Saddles where they make a whole fake town. Confuse everybody.
And we figured out the boar was missing, and that he tied up Bree's granddaughter. So probably not best decision leaving granddaughter with him.
Did he tie her to the blacksmith shop or her own house?
Well, he tied her to her own front door.
That kind of just sounds like he's returning it.
Either way,
I'm returning this apprentice. It's loud.
He tied her up. Either way, kind of weird. And then what else did we find out? I think Bree got into a fight with her daughter, and I think Shikari was there. Me don't remember. And then
Shikari was there.
And then we start talking to the scout about what's going on. And in the middle of conversation about possibly going out and doing some more scouting, there was a commotion and there was the horn blowing and everyone running to battle stations because we were under attack by gobos and their firebugs and demon dogs. Which we did not address the fact why they have demons. That's kind of freaky. But
best dogs in name.
Yeah.
Are the actual fiends.
They're the Marines.
You know what? When I see something from that looks like it's chaotic or maybe possibly from the warp, we just
very fair.
we give it a wah and we smash it.
Pay no attention to what the GM says. Those were demon dogs.
And then lots of violence ensued. Some shit's happening back here in the back with spiders and bugbears and stuff, but you're gonna have to ask Bree about that because I'm not back there.
Well, there's quite a bit of terrible things going on back here. We got some town folk that are getting all eaten up and taken hostage. And
I believe there was a giant's cry out of y'all mock.
Yes, that's right. Y'all mock, which was run. And then I quickly realized that I was in trouble and I said, kill more, which was 2 arms. And I did not realize that my loving giantess daughter had about 5 hit points and she's going into the fray. And I'm afraid she's gonna die. But that's for another round.
Oh God.
I just broke my pen in half.
Oh.
Oh, it's a brand new pen.
Compassion.
This is why we have healing potions.
That's my daughter. I just broke her in half.
Depending on how hard she's hit.
Jeez, man, calm down.
Sorry, I'm raging.
And I believe we left off at the top of the round with Rien.
That sounds right.
Let me just close.
Should I go ahead and roll into initiative?
Summer, feel free to roll into the initiative order.
Seneca, save us!
As you are stepping out into the village's main road about this time, after hearing a few horns of commotion very recently, all sorts of shouts and cries to the south about goblins and under attack and fires.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate you were in the outhouse when all that started happening.
As you step out now, though, a couple of people are rushing by this door and heading to the north, away from all those sounds of commotion. In fact, Rien, or Crow, in fact, is the one that just sprints by, just out of reach as you open the door. Which, if I recall, Crow is looking up the street for any signs of intruders.
Yeah, last time me and Crow talked, Crow was heading back EO way.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
EO had spotted something crazy going back there and saw that Bree was, over there. So he climbed down out of his tree and ran up the road to try to help.
I think you shot a bugbear, right? Off the roof?
Summer, feel free to take a free turn right now to just kind of position yourself as Seneca would like to. With everything going on. Cries that the goblins are mostly taken care of to the south gate. That they're under control and being handled. People are being stabilized, that we're bleeding out and dying.
Who's
So is
wasting
all
their
the
time on the
fighting-
NPCs?
The NPCs.
NPCs.
So is all the fighting just down here?
We're on two fronts. There's fighting to the north of us and fighting to the south.
Oh, okay. I cannot
Some
see.
shouts
so.
nearby.
Yeah. If
I'm
you
not
see
sure if
EO,
you
can you
it
see
with
EO
your
on
line
the
of
street?
sight.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I see EO.
Okay. Just north east of him is more combat.
Gotcha. Well, Seneca can see this one down here. I can't see anyone alive though. That isn't on our side.
I think there's one goblin in between Rien and Bontu.
There's one goblin that's dropped his weapon between Rien and Bontu. There's another goblin over here that is still paralyzed from a tentacle that grazed over his head. And I think there's one more goblin somewhere.
I think he's on top of
Oh,
the
he's
X. I think.
Yep, he's dead.
Oh, that one's dead? Okay. It's that weird X under the guy thing.
I'm just going to count him as dead.
Nice.
Alright, in that case, she's gonna use her full movement and an action to dash to
All right.
she's gonna catch up with EO.
All right.
Head the other way. So 35. There we go. And she's gonna move up north.
Seneca, look to the roofs. They're on the roofs.
Wonderful, wonderful. Next up, Rien. Back at the front gate, this goblin with his weapon that was in hand is dropped at the beckoning of you and Bontu. I believe several persuasion checks were rolled. What would you like to do, Rachel?
Are you muted?
Riri.
Oh no.
And she's gone.
Uh-oh.
She'd like to have a functional mic.
Hello?
Yep,
We
Minecraft killed it.
cannot hear you.
Minecraft killed it.
Rachel, can you hear us? We're holding on.
Oh.
What if I don't have anything to hold on to?
I like how she wrote that in meme
Then
town.
strap
because
in.
It's just her default channel.
Yeah.
We're holding on for memes.
Yeah, I do expect a meme after all of this.
Surely a good one is inbound.
hermit sips tea and fire.
Well, while she's debating that, there might be...
Bugbears.
There are going to be some bugbears nearby in the tree that are going to loose a couple of ranged attacks from their cover. First one going at Briarios is an 18 to hit Briarios.
Yep.
Second one is a dirty 20.
2 hits.
Third attack is a 16.
Nope.
Followed by an 18.
3 hits, right?
3 hits from the bugbears in the nearby tree.
That doesn't bode well to the beginning of this session.
No. Brian's on fire.
That is an ill omen. The fuck you rolling that damage out in the open for?
Oh, that's 12 damage from your first one, from the first hit.
Why?
Because they're throwing javelins at you.
3d6 plus 3. That's why.
I know. Just. All right. Have to.
Just,
If you think about that, that was a pretty low roll for 3d6.
Wait, was that all 3 of them or just one of them?
8 damage on the second one.
Ah, shit. All right.
We're up to 20 total.
3, 4.
Actually,
No.
6 and 4.
We're at 10.
Yep.
7 damage on the third one.
All right. 13 damage. Thanks, Ryan.
That's the first 2 of them.
What?
The first 2 of them.
Hello?
Well, there's
Oh,
bugbear. What part of bugbear ninjas do you not understand?
As the bugbears on that next house ridge make their presence known as they emerge, and they look to have a couple of figures lumped over their shoulders. They look to ready a couple of javelins before you hear another voice barking out. But I don't believe you speak Goblin, do you?
I do not.
You hear something calling out as these bugbears that are on the rooftops ready to loose a couple of javelins your way and Nalia's way suddenly turn tail and start instead moving, dropping down from the wall and moving across the way.
They're
The double
stealing
movement.
people? Why are they
Taking
stealing
over the
people?
wall.
That's not good. I don't know this yet. I'm going to be quiet.
As
But that's got some
I can
demon
copy
shit
that.
written all over it. I'm just saying.
a couple more figures
And Rachel,
drop
we can hear
out from that tree, and the guards from that tower are scurried away with. So they start making their way there. Oh, Rianne, what would you like to do?
Does she know that there's a commotion going on over the gate?
You've heard a couple of shouts from inside, something about other combatants, I assume. You've got this goblin in front of you and Bantu that you've just convinced to drop his weapons. There's that one other goblin you can make out still paralyzed from that stalk that you psychically threw into it.
Yes, I did. So wait, can you repeat that? Did Rianne hear like there's a commotion going on inside?
It is entirely up to you.
I want to say yes. Is Jeremy here?
Yes.
Hey, do you want to do Oopsie Daisy so Rianne can get over the gate? Completely up to you.
I think you
If
can
we
just jump
can.
that gate, homie.
Aw.
It's a 10-foot gate. But the only reason is because you'd have to wait
No,
for
you
my turn,
def-
I think.
Yeah. Rianne can't wait. Rianne's going to jump the gate, a running start.
Cool.
All right. Can I end up here?
10 feet of movement to climb up the gate. But if you're
No,
dashing, you
jump
can
it.
still.
Yeah.
If you want to dash, you've still got another 20 feet of movement.
Okay. So right here.
That's one movement. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be 2 movements. So that first movement where you drop next to the commoner, that was 1 movement, 30 feet.
Okay.
So that's perfect where you're at.
Yep. My turn.
All right. Yo, Bendra.
All right, so EO is still seeing the guys up on the roof and the spiders, and seeing things come flying out of the darkness at Bree. But he is going to go ahead and take a shot at these spiders. So, was there one of those that looked more hurt than the others?
The one towards the back is looking a little more injured. It's taken a couple more slashes from the rooftop combatants.
Okay,
Bleeding
so
just a little bit, but you catch it.
I think from where he is, seeing the other side of the roof is just too challenging of a shot. So he's going to go for the one that he can see most clearly, right here in front.
Love it.
All right, here's an Eldritch Blast.
Brienne makes a calculation.
Well, what would you say a natural 1 would do?
Oh,
Hey,
no.
that's gonna miss.
Yeah, so I think it just like hits. Let's say it just hits right underneath Nalia's foot.
Or maybe there's something that EO is distracted by. I mean, he did just die recently.
You know, these things happen.
Sure.
He
This
can't be
happens
perfect
to
with every
everybody.
shot.
Yeah. It's okay if he misses sometimes. Right?
But with that, he's going to duck behind the corner here and try to get himself a little cover, just in case.
Right. Just in case. Riarios.
All right. I'm going to start my turn by giving my daughter some temporary hit points. Ooh, not good. She used all of her temporary hit points, right?
She has 4 remaining.
All right. Well, I give her 4, so it doesn't increase. I rolled really low. Daughter's gonna die.
You could give them to yourself.
I can't actually.
Right?
It has to be another creature. You know what? I'll give
You
him to
could give them
Barden.
to this. Yeah, the unconscious dwarf.
He's stuck in the web. I touch him with my foot. Please don't die. And
4 temporary hit points.
Yeah, 4 temporary hit points.
All right.
All right. Cheapers. All right. So I think I have a 5-foot square that I can land in here, Ryan. Is that right? Between the legs?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sweet.
Difficult terrain moving through that web.
Yep, 10 feet. Got it. I'm gonna pull out my husband's great sword, and I'm gonna attack this spider to the left of Nalia.
Oh, gotcha.
Big spider requires a big blade.
It is what they say.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 10.
10 is not going to hit.
Yep.
Swinging it up, but there's just too many spider legs.
Yeah, I think it maybe got caught in the web. Pulling it out.
It's stickier than you remember it. Like, even though you were able to break free, swinging a sword through, it's another matter.
Yeah, it's a mess up here. Should have stuck with the short weapon. Shit. That's it for Bree. That's all I got.
All right. At the end of your turn, I'm thinking Nali is just going to keep on trying to slice at the hurt spider.
Works
Good
for
with
me.
that?
Yep.
All right. Nalia, that is going to be... Where is your character sheet at? It. Roll up. There you are. That's a 12 gonna miss, a 19 gonna hit.
I hate when I've been
For-
planning something all week and then you miss on the first roll. Oh,
4 points of slashing damage to the spider that's uncomfortably close up here. Next up is Crow.
Okay, Crow is going to move and use her action to move as well, because when she moves to 30 feet, she cannot see shit. So she's going to move this way, and so maybe from here she might begin to start to see what's happening on the rooftops over there, but I doubt it because her perception's been shit.
Oh, if I could retcon just a small bit, I was so pissed off at my roll that I forgot what I was going to say. Bree's going to call out and say, there are bugbears taking the guards over the wall. They're heading off to the east. Hopefully indicating to EO and anybody else coming that there's more combatants heading east.
Plan of action. You said east. Okay, wait. Actually, so I'm going to go back 60 feet. And
now I'll BRB.
And can I squeeze? You like? Do you see this little area right here? Would I be able to squeeze in between that or no?
Sure.
Okay. Because I want to try and go. There's 30.
It's interesting though, Crow, because you start running through that alleyway, but something
No.
you bump into something that's right there. It's a figure that stands up a little bit taller than you might have anticipated. But you realize that's not all entirely just its form, as this massive bugbear stands tall there with a lump of a figure over one shoulder with those almost blonde-looking dreads that you recognize. They're in the alleyway right in front of you.
No. So with this, I would like to okay. So I want to vortex warp Vora away from him.
All right.
I'm gonna do that.
I like that.
You can.
A little yoink. Give that back.
But it's not
Vortex Vora.
Vortex Vora. And since I don't know if she's conscious or not, maybe she just won't save. And
This is
I don't like him being right in front of me.
This is the buff old bugbear that's got her thrown over one shoulder.
And I want to put her 90 feet. I want to put her like right behind EO.
All right.
And
Describe what it looks like as this like arcane portal just swallows her up, and what it looks like to EO as she just appears in that space.
So EO, he knows my little magic flare, but it's gonna be like this purplish, smokish, darkish energy, if you could imagine, like smoke, but like more of like a deep, like I don't know, like a. In my head, it's like a fuchsia pink, like it's kind of bright and more pink than black. It's a pinkish smoke that's just gonna envelop Vora, and then all of a sudden this bugbear is just holding this like pink shadow as he realizes like she's gone, and then the smoke dissipates as this pink smoke then poofs up around EO, and Vora's gonna like plop on the floor next to him.
The snarl that this bugbear shoots towards you looks to be one of the more wicked of all snarls you've ever come face to face with. As now that his hands are free, he draws his wicked weaponry out.
Yeah, probably, it wasn't like the best thing, but we're here now. So, that was an action, which maybe because it was a second level spell.
Is it on a 20 or on a 1?
It's on a 20.
Oh my god.
That's a wild magic surge.
Magic search.
That's
holy shit.
Roll me a D100.
70. If I turn into a plant right now, I'm not even gonna be mad.
What a fucking time for a wild magic surge.
Oh no!
The dice are telling a story.
Really fitting. This is really fitting.
70. Did you read it, Amanda?
Yeah, it's so fitting. It's perfect.
So
Amanda,
what's
you're
happening?
aware
You
of
should
what's
tell us.
going on. You're
Oh,
welcome
God.
to play this out however you'd like.
So that was my action. So right now I'm just kind of stuck here, and Crow's gonna let out a scream, but not a seagull scream. Oh no! You know what? I think it will be a seagull scream. She won't do a seagull scream. That means retreat. Don't worry, Amanda won't do it right now because I don't
Where-
even remember what I did.
Where's our clip?
There you go.
An ear-piercing seagull shriek can be heard ringing out from this alleyway back here. Audibly, Crow's voice. Unmistakably so.
That's my turn.
Yosh, Trev,
Brian, can I step in real
Yo.
quick? Just real quick.
what's up?
I forgot I have the weapon mastery for my greatsword. When I hit that spider, it takes damage anyway, even if I miss.
I love it.
So it takes my ability modifier plus my rage, so it takes 6 points of slashing damage.
Slashing to the spider. Nice.
Sorry, thank you.
It's hurt. Cool. Yosh, Trev.
Yostrev, he's gonna look around. There's a lot of dead creatures nearby and one standing goblin. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
One stood here and one paralyzed out over here.
So we've been killing a lot of goblins. About is there a roll I can make to see how long before they start rising?
You know it's going to be relatively soon.
Okay.
I think the last time we faced goblins, it was like 3 to 4 rounds before they rose up.
I'm going to did I jump over the wall or go through the wall last time I came through the wall?
You are on the outside of the wall.
You've been
right
jumping
now,
over like a fucking Olympic vaulter.
going back and forth.
Is Lily on the inside or the outside?
Lily is on the inside of the wall.
All right.
She reached through and healed Rien on the outside of it, I believe.
All right. Yostrev's gonna hop back over to the other side of the wall and use his that's 10 feet of movement. He's gonna use his action to if there's any like loose debris, just try to rebuild the wall a little bit. Just pry it open, or just pry it shut. Maybe move a giant rock in the way, something. Maybe part of the tower.
Roll me an athletics check to reinforce the wall for a round.
Come on.
We're not doing well tonight, guys.
That's a nat
I
one.
mean, like, the bits and scraps
You're
of
doing
wood
well.
that you are able to grab a hold of look like they'd already come off of this wall, and the timber that was used was already some of the cheaper quality that was available to these people in this short amount of time. Like, you're not going to be able to reinforce it with these scraps that have fallen off of it. Not in the time that you've got left. But you've taken out most of the forces on the outside that would have dealt damage to this wall right now.
Okay.
When you heard that scream from somewhere in Westvale.
Yastrev is going to cuss and spit, and then he's going to head up towards the scream he heard from Crow.
You adjust. Wherever you want it.
That's another 20 feet.
That alley?
Is it a dark alley?
A dark alley. I heard her voice of angels in the
Didn't you
background.
know not to go down the dark alley?
Oh my word.
No.
I love our inside jokes.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move 20 feet. And that's my turn.
Moves 20 feet. Next up, Shikari.
I really have no idea, because from her perspective, I don't know what she's seeing. Did she hear the call about monsters to the east or whatever?
You heard the ear-piercing
You heard the seagull.
screech coming from Crow.
Screagle.
You heard somebody calling about monsters fleeing with kidnapped townspeople over the east wall. And there's still that one paralyzed goblin out there over the wall. And this goblin in front of Bantu that has just dropped his weapon.
Okay. I'll probably just crossbow the one in front of Fontu, if I can.
Alright.
Oh, no. That's going to be an 8.
Not with an 8, you won't. Crossbow fires off, just narrowly missing Bantu and the goblin. Next up is the bugbear. The bugbear to the here is
me, right? There's just a different bugbear.
oh,
He's
probably
gotta be afraid of you,
definitely, right?
I'd be with that scream. Woo.
He's probably more scared of you than you are of him, right?
You would assume so.
This bugbear. We'll go to there. Go to there. And your new friend, the bugbear. He doesn't have the target that he had but a moment ago. So he's going to make use of a bonus action to reach these uncomfortably long forearms out towards you to try for a quick grapple. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, Pro.
That's a 10.
You feel his arms wrap around you as he scoops you up, and Rien, you are grappled by this bugbear.
Crow.
Then, sorry, Crow, you are grappled by this bugbear.
Thank you for remembering me.
Who, that's his bonus action, he's going to take off 60 feet that direction.
Holy hell, he's a grappler.
Wait,
Shit, he's moving.
he could go 60 carrying a person?
I mean, he's using his movement to move 30 feet and then continuing with his action to move an additional 30 feet. But because he's a bugbear, he's not encumbered whenever he's got the additional weight of a medium creature.
Bugbears are
think about that.
badass.
Bugbears are kidnapping nightmares in this edition, and I love it.
Disgusting.
These are the drop bears you don't want to run into.
Oh no.
But this
I'm stuck by a
senior bugbear is now charging the guard post to the east. Next up is Bantu.
Oh my god.
Is Crow continuing to scream?
Absolutely.
Okay, then we know where she is.
And it's more of like
You keep screaming, girl. We'll come for you.
it's like as they're running and taking every step, it's kind of going up and down as like there's bumps in the road. I'm actually the worst captive he could have asked for.
Yeah.
Man, I hope my captain doesn't just touch me.
And somebody shouted that they were going for the walls, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then with that, Bantu is going to,
God, you guys are so far away.
They're so far. We are very
okay, so here's what we're gonna start doing. 30 feet to there, action to dash, 30 feet to
Broken
there.
attack of opportunity from the goblin there.
What goblin? Oh,
The
the one
unarmed
that surrendered, that dropped its weapons and is unarmed?
If you're cool walking away from him,
Sure, he could take an unarmed strike against me.
he doesn't swing.
He corrects.
Okay.
That's a smart goblin.
And then use adrenaline rush. And go another 30 with. Why can't I move? Oh.
Did your mouse break?
No, it's because I was holding caps lock to talk. Okay. 32 there. That's about 2 turn.
You gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah, I get 2.
Nice. Seneca Stonebender.
Wow, good,
All right.
quick round, guys.
Seneca, hearing Crow screech, she's gonna skid to a stop and turn around. She's gonna peek as she's moving. She's gonna peek down this alleyway. Can she see Crow being or?
I
Bugbear?
think you've got line of sight to him from there. Yeah,
Is that like a low
just barely.
fence
You
or something?
see a boogeyman with Crow over one shoulder.
All right, yeah. So then she'll dart. Oop, there we go. How far did it go already? 10 feet. Okay. She's gonna She's gonna use her full movement to get here. She is going to bonus action, Misty Step.
Ooh.
So, but oh, cool! I can get right inside the fence. So right here.
This concerns the bugbear.
And for her action, she's going to. How is this bugbear carrying Crow? Like flung over the shoulder? Like
Up over one shoulder. Like this is a particularly buff-looking bugbear. Of any bugbears you might have encountered, he seems particularly well adept to be off on his own. Like he's probably one of the ones leading this scouting party. The way that he just single-handedly just disarmed Crow and threw her over one shoulder and is now trying to escape with her, like, yeah, that's bad news.
okay. Yeah. As my action, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to throw a dagger in the back of his head.
Dagger,
Have
do
more of a
that.
chance to hit. 25.
Oh, yeah, right in the fucking skull.
Almost crit. That would have been so cool.
Roll damage.
Does it want to roll the damage?
Secret damage.
Come on. It doesn't want to roll the damage for some reason.
There it is.
6.
Damage!
Whoa!
As the dagger just sinks into the back of his neck. He keeps on running with Crow over his
I
shoulder.
thought you hellish rebuked.
Ooh.
Didn't Seneca just...
No, she threw a dagger.
Oh, okay.
She was going to Eldritch Blast, but I think her dex is actually higher than her charisma, so she was better with the dagger.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. That's what I meant to say was Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I was like, that should be a 1d10.
Daggers do things
She's
now,
really
right?
good with the dagger.
Daggers
She is
have
really good with the
the nick property.
As
Oh,
long
yeah.
as long as you have the weapon mastery. Yes.
I do.
Oh,
does that do?
Warlock.
So
You can throw another
Oh,
one.
well, she bonus action to Misty Step,
Ah,
Yeah, I already bonus
yeah.
but she'd be able to throw another
Oh
one.
wait, no. Nick allows you to use the bonus action as part of the action. That's what the Nick does, right?
Does he?
But it allows your additional attack action instead of a bonus action.
Right.
But she already used her bonus action.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not a bonus action anymore. It's part of your attack action. Right.
The count.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah,
Because it moves it.
Oh.
It moves it from a bonus action to
you
an
can dagger
additional
dagger.
attack.
But
Yeah,
only
Renee.
if you have the weapon mastery.
Only if you have the
Yeah.
weapon mastery. Yeah.
Which she does.
Wait.
So, Seneca, you can throw another dagger.
Assuming you have a second dagger.
Of course I have a second dagger.
Of course. Yeah,
looks down
Nick
at that
property
photo.
on daggers with like single attack people is really good because it allows you to free up your bonus action.
That's excellent.
That's really cool.
But then you can't do 2-weapon fighting because you've already used 2 weapons, so it's kind of finicky.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. I was reading it too. So yeah, I'll go ahead and she'll.
Second dagger.
Oh,
22
oh, you're so good with daggers.
Jesus, 22 is gonna hit.
for 8.
Oh,
Damn,
8 more
Seneca.
damage. That, like, he's going to stop as the second dagger sinks into his back, and he's going to turn around to see who's throwing these weapons at him. And
I'd
he
like to
spots you.
imagine. I'd like to imagine he looks forward and then has to look down.
He looks forward, looks down, and then from his back he draws out this morning star, the head of which is the size of your own torso. You're gonna pay for that. And he says this in Goblin, which you understand,
Goblin.
right?
So you know death is coming.
I do not speak Goblin.
Oh.
You don't speak Goblin. Then he just speaks out this nasty Goblin at you as he draws this crude weapon.
I'm going to take Linguist at level 8, just so I can understand Goblin.
Anything else you'd like to do, Seneca Stonebender?
I believe I've done everything I possibly can.
All right. Next up, the Goblin is going to go 60 feet to there. This Goblin is going to end his turn with a con save and remains paralyzed.
Oh, that poor Gobbo.
Play dead, bro. It's
Play
your only way
dead,
out.
bro.
Just roll in the hole. Maybe it won't notice you. Crawl away.
Spiders are going to...
If he gets away, can he be my backup character?
I think I'm going to need one before Yas.
This spider is going to turn around and provoke as many attacks of opportunity as would like to be taken towards it as it is crawling off and down the roof.
I will take one.
And Nalia will take a swing. That's going to hit.
Out of the box.
Nalia does a decent sized punch to the back side of this giant spider as it's on its way down, causing it to slip a little bit.
All right, I had great sort out.
Descent a little less graceful.
18 to hit?
18 hits.
All right, 2d6 plus 6. My God, I'm shaking so bad. All my dice are flying out of the box. All right, that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage from Bree.
15 points of slashing damage. That just lops off 2 of that spider's legs as it's making its descent from the rooftop. It stumbles and kind of crashes down to the ground, but steadies itself and continues making its way towards the wall. 15. Gone. 15 more, and it is going to you hear this spraying sound, and since you are aware to look for it, you see more of this webbing shooting out and across the edge of that rooftop from the spider down below, as these guys turn and move down that webbing and away 60 feet to there, and then scooping up the dwarf and moving 60 feet to there.
So far.
Next up is Rienne.
I can only move. That is my helpful action. She's going to move 30 feet and 30 feet. So right here.
Brienne's a running through town.
Rian. Rian is going to insult the bugbear.
Tommy's
I'm
got
trying to
fat
think.
mom.
Get to the edge of that fence line, and you see that bugbear with crows slung over one shoulder as he draws out this wicked-looking morning star and is just facing off with Seneca at the other end of this yard.
Insult his bug mama.
Bug bomber. Rian is going to call out, "Oh, really? A strong warrior like you going against someone that's small? Oh, you are not that impressive, my friend. You are not that impressive." She's going to ready. She's going to attempt. She tried to insult him. I don't think it's going to work. Hold on.
Saying that in Goblin or in Common?
In Goblin. In Goblin.
In Goblin, of course. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, but I want to roll to see how effective that was, because I love rolling charisma now, because I have a -3.
Your 7 charisma check. You shout
That
out
was
these
a
words.
7.
Some of them are in Goblin. Some of them are in what you were told was Goblin.
Oh no.
All right. Next up, we
She
got.
said, "Get your ass back into bed."
We got some bugbears going, so we'll start with the guys outside of the wall. They are going to keep on moving. Bugbears on the move. Bugbear's up on the tree. Gonna take a couple shots at the guys in the web. So, Briarios, one shot coming your way from Bugbear. Bugbear. That is going to be a 17 to hit Briarios.
That hits.
That hits.
No.
For
I see the
10 bludgeoning damage, half to 5 because you're raging.
Ow!
As the other attack is going for your daughter-in-law. Oh, that's going to hit with a 19.
No.
Oh.
2, 3, 6, 7, 8 bludgeoning damage to her.
Tell me she had more than 4 hit points.
4. You should be able to see her hit points.
I can see the bar moving.
So you can see she's down a third.
Oh, Christ.
And that's Bugbear. These two, that guy's dead. He doesn't have to go. These guys. Let's get them. Hello?
Yeah, can I retcon something real quick?
What you thinking?
As she was running into the alley, could she have yelled at Jasper to follow her down the alley?
Old Jasper?
Sure.
What's going on?
Shout
Oh,
for
wait, not old
Jasper.
Jasper. I got my NPCs mixed up, sorry.
The young hunter.
Young Hunter.
Very well. These bugbears, as they are dragging out their prisoners, are going to take a couple of shots up at the rooftop. One towards Briarios, one towards your daughter-in-law. Briarios, that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Daughter-in-law is going to be a 22 to hit. It's going to hit.
Hell, Ryan.
5, 6, 7. For 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, no.
As you see this, what looks like a stray work hammer just come flying from nowhere and just crashes into the side of her skull, and she stumbles a little bit, and she looks like she might need a long rest after that one.
Does she speak Dwarvish now?
You can see those bugbears has made it up onto that wall with their with a couple of commoners in tow. Eobendra.
All right, so
Girl has
Vora-
appeared behind you.
yeah, Vora has just
Crow-
popped into existence behind me in this flash of purpley pink smoke.
And then you heard crows,
And
seagulls
then I
scream.
heard Crow scream, and I hear the scream getting farther away from me. So I look at Vora, and I say, "Find Shikari." And I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Ooh.
And I am going to triple move
My darling, you feeling?
in the direction of the screaming. And should be able to get there. Can I see what's going on over here? Or is that like fence and house and whatnot in the way?
You can see them sprinting on the other side of that fencing, like assuming you guys are all running in roughly the same direction at the same time. I'll say sure.
2
You get
daggers sticking
glimpses
out of his
of it.
back.
Okay. Well, that is my 3 available actions this round.
Cool. Briarios Broadbottom.
All right, let's start by trying to save my daughter-in-law. 7 temporary hit points to Nalia.
Nice.
Nalia, dear, go get Vora. Get safe. I can't lose you
What do
today.
you mean, Vora? What happened to Vora? She's supposed to be inside.
You know your daughter's gonna do something reckless. I'll take it from here. You get
Like, she
safe.
takes a second, like holds the side of her head, shakes her head. Sorry, where did you see her?
Just go home and check for her there. Bree's not going to give another word. She moves 15 feet out of the web, and activating her jump, she's going to jump 30 feet, land on top of the spider with the people's elbow, and then roll off and hit the other guy attacking Pardon.
All right, so making 2 attacks.
Just 1 attack, but I want to land on the
Just
spider
one?
from my jump.
So which one would you like to damage?
I'm going to damage the one taking Pardon.
Okay.
But yeah, thematically, she jumps off, lands on the spider, rolls off into attack position, pulls the great sword out, and swings it in a sweeping motion as she attacks the other spider. All right, there we go. 19 to hit.
19's gonna hit that spider.
Hair on my tongue. Yeah, I know. 11 points of slashing damage to the spider.
You lick the spider and then deal 11 points of slashing damage to it. The spider's looking rough, but still has Barden in its skittering claws.
That's it for me.
Crow! You are being grappled by this bugbear, and he is rapidly escorting you out of town. What would you like to do?
I would like to Misty Step out of his grapple.
Wonderful.
Oh.
And seeing EO come up, I would like to Misty Step to right next to EO. And then that doesn't do that. And then I'm gonna look to EO and I'm gonna be like, it's a really big bugbear and it's quite terrifying. And she's gonna take let's see, so would she land on her feet or no? Would she just kind of fall? I don't know, because it's Misty Step and she was being held, so I don't really know.
How scared are you, I'd say? This is a you question.
She definitely, like, she'd be ready to take off running. I just want to make sure if she was not standing or not. And then
I'll say she lands prone because she teleports in that same position.
Okay. And so then she's going to use her half of her movement to stand up. Same momentum and weight. So yeah, I'm in the same order. There we go. Portal rules. And then she's going to use her bonus action to run even further. Oh, if I run into another bugbear, I'm going to be devastated. She's going to run.
Funny you should say that. Because you run into another bugbear.
5 feet down that alleyway. No, nothing happens.
Okay,
Make
good.
it all the way
Oh,
down.
no, are you serious?
Next up is Yastrev.
Alright, Yastrev is going to try to do some parkour. We are going to dash and attempt to jump on top of this roof.
Lovely.
Would you like an athletics check?
I'm going to say you parkour up the side of this building. Yastrev.
Okay. And then we will action surge for the dash. And we're going to just run over and hop down in the courtyard. And he's going to pull out his greatsword.
Greatsword.
That's what you get, bugbear. Oh, my friend, they know the seagull call.
They know the seagull call. And that'll be my turn.
Shikari Hun Pakala.
Paula is going to aim the last goblin up front.
Take the shot with advantage because he's still paralyzed.
Okay, I'm gonna need it, I think. There goes 19.
19 hits.
6 come off.
That is going to be 6 damage. He is still standing, but looking rough, but paralyzed.
That's okay.
All right. The bugbear stalker is going to go 25 feet to there, and for a bonus action, reach his 10-foot long arm out and try and grapple hold of Seneca. Seneca, can I get a dexterity save, please?
Of course. I don't think it's gonna do it.
Well, a 10 didn't, so I can only. I'm so sorry. He was
As you
really
feel-
scary, though.
Long arm reach around your head and just pick you up by the head, and he pulls you back uncomfortably fast. And as he does so, this blade pulls out from his side. This morning star that he had out just comes swinging into you with advantage for
Oh my god.
a 21 on the first swing
Yikes.
and a 17 on the second swing.
Even less.
Double
Those
yikes.
definitely both do it. Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
Ugh.
that would put me in a bit of a spot, though. Can I
can't
as
do
a
silver
reaction,
orbs
can I
against
cast
him with.
Hellish Rebuke?
I don't think you can see him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Could I have done silvery barbs on one of those as well?
You're
Sure.
frightened. You're running away.
Oh. No, I don't think you've got line of sight on him anymore.
Oh, the building. I didn't think about the building.
You're fleeing for your life.
Building will do it. I was like,
That'll do.
Me and they'll be alive.
So I need the bugbear to make a dex save.
Dex save from the bugbear. Oh, that's good. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay, so he takes half that.
Jimmy,
half
take that
17.
die. Take that die.
Of 17 is 8 fire damage to that bugbear. As the first swing of his Morning Star is going to do 16 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Gee.
The second swing for 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
You
That was
alive?
really close, Ryan. I'm
As he's going to pull
Holy
you
crap.
tight. He's got you grappled. For that, I'm going to use, just the net icon.
And we were worried about
And
the
then
goblins.
Use.
Nobody
Well, no
said
one
they
had
had
introduced us
bugbears.
to bugbears yet.
No one mentioned bugbears. This was
remaining
not part of the
5 feet of
agreement.
movement to go there. And he's actively holding Seneca up like a human shield between himself and Yastrev and Rien. As
Oh, he's about to get fucked by the fighters.
did the
Please catch
initiative
up.
order just
Please catch
reset?
up.
Because I thought we were already after Crow, Yastrev, and Shikari.
Yeah, no, you were at 12. You should be
Yeah,
on
I
button.
definitely didn't go yet.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
button, dude.
What the fuck, initiative tracker?
Hey,
That's
there's
that
a lot
bugbear
of dudes on
stalker.
there,
It
man.
wanted us. You know what? I forgot. No, the initiative tracker likes us and it wants us to go again.
There's more of them on that thing than there are of us. We don't want it going any faster than it has
No.
to.
You know what? That's a good point. I rescind my offer.
So we're at Yas? No. Did Yas go?
Briarios, from the treetop above you,
God.
drops another one of these
Oh, God.
bugbear captains.
Okay.
With a couple, with a morning star in hand. It is going to come arcing down towards you with a 23 to hit on the
Yeah.
first swing.
Yeah, I don't think he's
For
rolling all that high.
19, halved to 9 points of bludgeoning damage because you're raging.
Yep.
And then on the second swing, a total of 9 to hit. It's not going to do it.
Yep.
You know, I know we've always joked about it, but it might be level up time.
And Briarios, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
As with his offhand, he reaches out and tries to just grapple you around the head.
If I nat 20, can I break his hand?
Sure.
Damn. Close.
Not 20.
19.
Not,
19, you are going to break free from the grapple. The initiative keeps resetting. I don't know why it keeps doing this.
Shut up, man.
But it's where he wants to be.
I do. I like being in the thick of it.
No, I get it. I love it. Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Ba-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Next up is Bantu.
Okay. Want to move 30 feet to here.
Oh, totally forgot to move your daughter-in-law after your turn, but she's making her way back home.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I see torchlight, bright light, dim light. Oh, there's bright light coming from here. I can see these guys. Okay. I can see them on the map. I can see them because I can see them on the map. That makes sense. Okay. Fuck. 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 But I don't hear Crow screaming anymore.
Is that good?
Action to dash to there. Pull out long bow and fire arrow at that guy.
Just
Cool.
hit rage. Woo.
He's got a little bit of cover from that NPC he's got thrown over his shoulder.
Oh wait, what am I saying? I used action to dash. I can't do that. Can't do that. Cannot do that.
Line up your shot, and it's going to be a beautiful shot.
There you go. Next turn, super beautiful. Yeah, end of turn.
All right. The goblin to the south is going to remain paralyzed for his turn. Lovely little dude. Let's see. Spiders. Briarios is threatening their lives, so spiders are going to go for Briarios.
Okay.
First spider. animal. Going for a bite. Briarios, how about a 17 to hit on the first?
Yeah, that hits, Ryan.
For 11 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage.
Breeze out.
No!
As Bree goes unconscious, the second spider moves and just starts to web her up in a webbing, wrapping up Bree as she falls unconscious. And the third spider is going to grab Barden, and they're going to make their way up and over the wall. Can also take one of those. And then up and over the wall.
Where the
As Bontu, you see a giant spider with a couple of webbed up prisoners onto its back make its way relatively silently up and over the wall. It looks as though it's missing one of its legs, though, like somebody's been slicing into this thing. Next up is Seneca.
Oh wow, the turn order really did get fucked up.
Yeah, it sure
I think
did.
I was supposed to go after Bontu, but that's okay.
Yeah, because you were a 7. God damn it, turn it. I don't know why it keeps resetting this.
I noticed when I was offline, like when we weren't playing, that it was a different initiative tracker.
I don't know what's going on, but it keeps resetting, and that's frustrating me. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. But, Summer, totally your turn. This bugbear's hand is completely wrapped around your face. You are grappled by him, and he just swung his mace into you twice.
Yep, that won't stop her from trying to get out of this grapple.
All right.
It's that,
Athletics or acrobatics check?
acrobatics is better. That is not good, though. Damn it, Seneca, come on.
This bugbear's grapple on your skull is just so uncomfortably tight that it's hard to think of a better solution right now.
Okay. Let me check one of my features real quick. Hold on.
Zazzles. No.
And while you're grappled, your speed is 0. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against any target other than the grappler. And he can drag or carry you when it moves, but every foot of movement would normally cost. That doesn't matter for the bugbear. Never mind.
None of these help me. And she can't see anything, right? Because it's just over her head.
I assume like you've got line of sight to this bugbear, so if that's not going to affect your attacks against him, but that's why it's going to be disadvantage against anyone else.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I can do anything. Because the great thing about spells is that they're verbal or somatic, or both.
I'd say like he's got you grappled. His palm is just above your the bridge of your nose.
Oh, okay.
So you can still speak your words for spells.
Gotcha.
He doesn't know that you're a spellcaster, and he's about to learn otherwise. He made a terrible mistake in grappling you this high up on the head.
Yeah. And I've damaged him.
Yes.
I'm going to toll the dead.
Ooh. Lovely. It's a wisdom save?
Yep, wisdom save.
That's a natural 1.
Beautiful. He takes. Wait. Why am I doing it through? Yes. 11 necrotic damage.
11 necrotic damage as this bell tolls for him as he starts to see the end of his life approaching as the Reaper's coming.
And although he wouldn't be able to understand her, but she's gonna she's gonna curse about in Dwarvish, and she's gonna say, "I'm going to skin your fucking fur and turn it into a rug."
Whoa!
Wonderful, wonderful.
And that's
But
Seneca.
Rianne is up. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Like, that's just a sneak? Okay, good. I'm just
It's
making
not a
sure.
cool.
I really want to take that level up, but
Does the level up would give you back like our action surge?
If that level gets you an action surge, yes.
At level 5, you'd have multi-attack.
so would it essentially like work as a long rest, like a level up in
Doesn't work
battle?
like a long rest. No, you get the extra hit points from the level up. You get whatever extra abilities, spells, or whatnot from the leveling up available to you then and there, but not like a long rest worth of a level up.
Look, don't look the gift centaur in the mouth, okay?
I really want to use it. I really want
Your
to.
Pierre? That was his name, right?
Yes, sir.
The gift centaur?
Fuck it.
I mean,
fuck
think
it.
about it.
The
This isn't
centaur
even a boss battle.
card.
No, it's not. Okay, Rianne's just going to take... I really want to go 45 feet, but then I lose my action. Yes, Sazzles! It is a dire situation. Anyway.
Your cat name is Zazzles?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Rianne is going to... What is Tactical Mind? Oh, never mind. She's going to... Oh, shoot. Should I throw my trident? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to throw my trident. This is a dangerous situation. Oh, wait. Hold on.
It's the worst that could happen, right?
This is the scouting party, y'all.
Yeah, but I mean, once you level up, you're leveled up. So it's like, other than perhaps leveling up at a later point, what's the downside?
Also, 4 to 5 is a huge jump for a fighter.
You're right, you're right.
It is a huge jump. That's true.
What did I roll?
But that's a natural 20.
It is a fucking natural 20.
I told you, it's a ghost bane. Tried it.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, she did throw it.
Whoa.
So which number am I looking at?
I don't... would it be one? It would probably
Well,
be one-handed because she
She
threw
got
it.
extra damage from the lightning damage. She has the Piercer feat critical.
Fine.
I think it says
shit.
total
13.
total one-handed damage would be 18.
Does that have that lightning damage on it?
Lightning?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait, if I got the piercer, did that add the piercer to it?
it did. Yeah. Wow, this is really
Okay,
cool.
well-
Yeah, because you could see piercing one-hand damage was 9, lightning damage was 6. Oh, that's 15. And then one-handed critical is another 4, is 19.
No, the 18. It's 15 and 18 is what it is. Your one-hand damage is 15 with all the die rolls, and then you double all the die rolls, which there's 3 die in there for lightning.
So
damage.
is it 34?
34, 33 points of damage
Holy shit.
for one-handed.
So 33 points of damage, you're saying?
Is it dead? Yeah.
That's the way I understand it.
All right. Yeah, Rianne, how do you want to do this?
Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
Piercer feat critical damage? Jesus. Rachel, what'd you make? This is basic.
I don't really know, but
It's cool.
I think she kind of... Okay, she does a barrel roll and just like everything slows down. She launches the trident, and for a split second she's like, ah shit, I think I missed. And then it just sinks straight in there. Impales the bugbear to the fucking ground. Holy shit.
Releasing his grapple on Seneca in the process.
That was badass.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Don't feel afraid anymore.
And she's
Anything else
gonna
you'd like to do?
No, she's gonna stand there going, holy shit, I did that?
No, you didn't. It was all the trident.
Oh. Okay.
The trident didn't roll the 20.
I know. That's
Right.
even the trident
Seneca-
doesn't recognize Rian.
Seneca will say to Rian, "That was a good kill. I probably would have been dead if you hadn't. Good on you, Rian."
That is really cool. I can't believe I did that. And she's going to kind of go, because this is every time I get lead jammer. She is going to, after that, she's going to go, I did it. Over and over again. She's really happy. But that's the end of my turn.
Wonderful. The bugbears are going to go, and they are going to go here to grab Bree. 5 feet. Then 25 feet to there. And 30 feet to there. Grab you. Move there. Grabs Bree and hops over the wall. Moves a little bit further. Taking there.
Nice.
Every time I do the math on Rain's roll, it comes out. I just got 39.
Yo,
So
Bendra.
You got to take the piercing one-handed, the lightning damage once, and then the lightning or the piercing critical, lightning critical, and piercer critical. It's every other damage one on that one is the total. So it's the one-handed plus the critical damage.
Okay. EO, seeing that Crow has turned around and run the other direction, is going to continue his run using his bonus action up to, well, we're going to go to there. And I assume he basically gets there just in time to see this bugbear get killed. Like,
Yes.
Pinned through the
You see
chest with
this-
trident.
Lightning surge across the yard as Rian leaps over the fence as this trident pins this bugbear into the ground where he stands, releasing his grapple on Seneca. As to your left, you see a number of bugbears with Briarios in tow start leaping and climbing over the wall nearby.
Well, actually,
They better hope I don't die, because if I come back as an undead, I'm gonna fuck them all up.
They were they were moving like basically as I was moving up, right? So I'm not actually sure I did see them.
All right.
So EO is going to do what EO would do, which is double move back towards Crow, knowing that the thing that had attacked her is dead. Mistress, you're right.
It was a really big bugbear, and I really, really pissed him off. I've never done anything more terrifying in my life.
Rian has killed it. It's dead. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, it only carried me. It was quite scary. I've never been touched like that before. It just scooped me up like I was a little puppy dog or something. And it ran, and it was so fast. But you, we have to get to the east. They said there's more to the east. I my legs started moving before I could think, and I was trying to go that way to help, but they're attacking the walls to the east. That's what I heard. They're coming from everywhere, EO.
I'll protect you, mistress. Yeah, that's gonna be his turn.
All right. Briarios, can I get a death save, please? As you are ferried across the walls of
I'm
Westvale.
gonna whisper him so nobody else sees him.
You.
First roll from Briarios. Crow.
You guys don't know.
I don't know. I hate this.
Bantu can see.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
Monty's
it
right there.
in D&D Beyond. Just I don't know if you can fix that. But
Did
I
it go
saw
through
in D&D
anyway?
Beyond. Yeah, well, I just
didn't
saw
see
it pop
it.
up on the D&D
Boo!
Beyond
Alright.
screen, but not on Roll20.
That's dumb.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to do it again, thinking you were being mysterious, or not mysterious, but I know
will
you
when
wanted
I
to keep
kill
it to
my
yourself.
character.
Don't you dare. Not again.
Just don't look at it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm about to chase them down like Aragon. We're running through the hills.
Crow,
You
what
are
would you
preparing.
like to do?
So she used her movement to get here. From here, like, I can kind of see, but I don't think she'd be able to see with these buildings and stuff in the way. That guy in the tree. So we will use our action to move, because this was initially where she was planning on going before all that happened, and then she's just gonna run by EO, and she's gonna pat him on the head, and she's gonna say, "We have to continue. We can do this." And she's gonna keep going, and that is as far as she can get right now.
All right. Yastrev!
Ba, ba, ba.
The people's Yastrev.
Yastreb is going to look at Seneca. Are you okay? Are you good?
I'm still living and breathing, aren't I?
That's a wonderful way to look at it. Rain, that was a wonderful throw. Every day you fight, you get stronger and stronger. It's most impressive. I heard them running east, so I'm going to. Can I not? It's all 65. So, Rain, not Rain. Yas is going to dash and try to get up on the wall, but not get there this turn.
All right. Shikare Hunbuka.
Okay. Gonna take one more shot at that goblin over there.
The paralyzed goblin who can't break from the paralysis.
17.
At advantage?
Sure, I can roll one more time. Does 17 not hit?
It hits.
Okay.
In case of crit.
And then 16.
6 damage kills the goblin.
And then she's gonna like look around now that all the goblins are gone or dead or whatever. And she's gonna be like, "Hey, where'd you go?" And then she's gonna like remember she heard screams from behind, and she's going to look in that direction. What does she see? Can she see anything? Does she have the perception of what has been going down over there?
Well, zoom out a little bit for me. Let's see what your lights.
My light
Yeah.
sees.
You see Bantu took it off and he's making his way eastward of the gate and walls of the city of Westvale. You heard the shouts that they're taking people over the east wall. You probably see a number of those silhouettes of those figures that are making their way over the wall and continuing eastward. All those figures with names, if you see names under them. Those little pips, whatever those may be.
Where? These guys?
Yeah, you see a whole bunch of silhouettes making their way out. Some of them have what look like bundles of people thrown over their shoulders. They look like hairy orangutans almost, these bugbears making their way off. A couple of NPCs.
No way. I mean, especially if the people who are literally right there can't get it. I can't. Shakara's gonna shout to the townspeople, like, these dead creatures are going to be rising soon. Do not get in their way. Do not attack them unless they attack you. Steer clear. And everyone head to the east wall, except for, and she's gonna point to, like, the two, like, guardsmen who are dead or not dead yet anymore, I can't tell. And, like, make them stay, and then, like, send everybody to the east wall. And then she is gonna do, she can only move 30 feet, so she's gonna move those 30 feet this way. Although, she has to get down from the tower. How far is the tower? 15 feet,
20 feet.
20 feet. She's gonna go 20 feet down from the tower and 10 feet, so she's gonna go right here.
Cool.
That's your turn.
And what would you like to do for your action? Or you shot your bow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She shot that last goblin and killed it.
Cool. Kari's turn, Bugbear Stalker. Because of the turn order, I didn't move her after you again. So your daughter moves again later in the initiative order than I intended.
What about her daughter's daughter? Because she's still just standing there.
She is going to scoop her up along the way.
All right.
And the two of them are going to start making their way home. Goodness.
More evil bugbears?
The evilest of bears. The bugbear variety. This guy's gonna go 5, 10, 15. And how are you? You're 45. What's the range on this? 120? Okay.
I forgot to do a thing, Ryan. I'm sorry.
What's up? up?
I had a free bonus action. I was gonna second wind.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Heal up.
Kind of kicking myself now for not taking durable.
What's durable?
Cool.
You're allowed to use hit dice as healing as a bonus action.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for a barbarian, right? I get a D12. That's great.
He's going to move to right about there. And as he does so, he's going to pull a small tool from his back, but he's already loosed it before you get a good look at it. And it is coming flying in the direction of Yashrev. My dude. How about a... There's going to be a dirty 20 to hit on the first, and a natural 9, or a total of 9 on the second.
The first one connects as I knock the other away.
The javelin comes soaring through the sky for 13 points of piercing damage as it connects with you. But that is going to be his movement, action, and turn. Bantu.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move 30 feet to there, and then we're going to use our action to dash to there, And then we're going to bonus action. Healing word. Bree. And say, don't you die on me. And she's going to get 8 healing. And I couldn't quite get the threatened range with the one that's carrying her, but we got as far as we could. So that's going to be Bantu's turn, and then he's going to turn to this big bugbear and say, "Drop her, bitch." And he's going to try to antagonize these 2 bugbears into fighting him.
All right, roll me an intimidation check.
9.
All right. They respond something in Goblin, and it seems like it's a question, and they're waiting for a response that's never given.
Unless some of it sound like orc, don't understand them.
As they draw out their own crude morning stars.
Yeah, perfect.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, this is the result we wanted.
Seneca Stonebender.
All right. Well, first things first. She's gonna roll this bugbear over so she can get her daggers back.
Lovely.
Cause she's all out of spell slots and she's got bitches to stab.
Daggers retrieved, no problem.
All right. Is this like a shed thing?
Kind of like a garden shed. There's a number of potted plants.
Okay. In that case, she is going to use her full. She's gonna move. Is she able to vault over this fence with no consequences to her movement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's gonna land here. And she's whipping a dagger at this guy.
Dagger away.
In fact, that'll be 2 daggers.
11's gonna miss.
Let's hope the other one hits.
18's gonna hit. Roll that damage.
5.
Nice.
Damn, Nick.
Dagger stabs into his chest.
Oh, now it's showing up on the roll. I'm so confused because last time it didn't.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Cool.
That is it.
These spiders. Let's see here. Spider. Spider's gonna go this way, turning and going 35, 50 to 60. Get over to there. And 50 to 60, just to start climbing over that wall there. Meanwhile, this spider holding those two. Gonna start going. There, to there, to there. Skittering along. All spider-like. Rian!
It's me, Rien. Quick question, Ryan.
Hello.
Is this actually a horse, or is this just a part of the map?
That can be an actual horse if need be. What do you have in mind?
I would like to try to ride it.
Remember, it's a 10-foot fence over there.
What are you thinking, hero? You want a horse parkour this over that wall?
I do. Wait, is she riding the horse now?
Well, I think with a successful animal handling check, you can get onto this horse. And with a second successful animal handling check, or athletics or acrobatics check, you and this horse can leap over that wall.
Yeah, she's on this fucking horse. Oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. But she has to retrieve her dad. She has to retrieve her trident, though.
Well, then that's a you choice.
How much?
Wait,
how
don't
much
you have the
movement
thing
does
where
it
it
have?
magically returns to you?
No,
I imagine that.
That's a psionic. That's a psionic thing.
Oh.
Oh god. How much movement does this horse have?
Stand by. Horse, of course, has.
Stop it.
Where is it? Why is it? Where the heck is horse? Horse is not in the animals section.
Of course not.
That would just make sense. Where's the horse?
I
Okay.
believe like it's 60 feet.
It depends on the type
I
of horse.
could be wrong. Yeah, it does.
I think it can
depend.
be 40 to 60, depending on what it is. We can call it 50 and just, be safe.
This is going to be a 40-foot draft horse.
Shit. Hold on, where was she originally? I'm gonna have to use my psionic thing just to get back the trident. Time is of the
All right.
essence. So
cool.
yeah, Rian's gonna try to jump over that wall. What do I need?
An animal handling check.
Okay, I have that heroic inspiration too. Oh fuck. 14?
I know. According to Rachel's cat, she's failing her animal handling checks.
Tell us how you're persuading this horse to make that leap over the wall, that fence, over the gate.
Oh shit. She's rubbing it. She's rubbing on the neck as she's steering it towards the wall, and she's whispering in its ear. Some language sort of sounds like common, but it's not. Really trying to persuade that horse to lift up. Come on, you can do this. In a clockwise and counterclockwise. Both sides
Before you know
of
it, the
it.
horse is up and over the other side of that wall.
Okay, is how much movement does it have left?
That was 40 feet of movement, got it there. If you'd like to use your action, I'd say it can dash for another 40.
Yeah, she'll do that. 40 gets her there.
Cool. Brienne on her stolen horse.
It's not stolen, it's borrowed.
Brienne on her borrowed horse.
Thank you.
Right. Next up, we have all of those gentle figures that you are charging towards. Starting with the two closest to Bantu. They don't realize Briarios is conscious yet, so they're going to start swinging at what's close by them. So Bantu, first one is swinging with a natural 1 coming your way. Ha ha ha.
Well, that will miss.
Next up, the hammer coming your way with an 11 to hit.
Well, that will also miss.
It's not going to do it. Making a
And
miss.
Bantu's going to talk shit about their mothers, even if they can't understand him, when they miss.
You start talking smack, and they start walking away, provoking an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it.
Oh, I would. And as a warcaster, does it have to be a targeted spell?
I believe so.
It's To cast a spell at that creature rather than making an opportunity attack, the spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature.
Oh, AoEs.
The one that's carrying Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, do I have to use it against the one that triggers the attack from me?
This one is triggering an attack of opportunity from you.
It must target only that creature. Okay. Trying to think of best spell to use. I have a couple options.
How about the one that kills him?
I don't think my spells do enough damage
Oh,
to
no.
kill him. But we're gonna try. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at that one.
The one holding Bree?
Nope, because that's not the one that
Sorry.
triggers the attack.
That's right. Gotcha. Wisdom save
Not bad damage.
is
Oh, not bad.
13.
Well, meets it, beats it. That's
For half?
unfortunate, because I don't think they take half on Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
Nope, they do. So
They just
6
don't have to run.
psychic damage, and he still hears Whispers saying, drop her, drop her, drop her, drop her.
One of his ears starts to bleed mysteriously. As these bugbears are going to start flinging rocks over at Rien. Rien, that's going to be a 12 to hit you. I don't think that's going to do it.
No, it does not.
The others are flinging rocks at Bontu. Bontu, that is a 10 to hit. That's not going to do it.
No, fuck
Jeepers,
those
Nick,
guys.
why are you so lucky?
I don't know, but I do
30
feel
feet
very
there.
lucky in life, I will admit.
30 feet to there. That guy. Okay. With that, Vedra is up.
Okay. So Crow has just run past him, going back in the direction of the stuff. So he's going to turn
All
around.
I've done
but
is run around and move people.
bonus action to get to there. Movement to get to there. And that guy, I assume, is like on his way.
He is making his way towards the wall.
Okay. Then Eldritch Blast at him.
He flung a couple of weapons down towards Yastrev. Eldritch Blast going his way.
Not rolling good tonight. That's a 10.
10 is going to miss. He dodges it. My goodness.
And that's all I've got right now.
Right. For Yarios, can I get a death save?
I'm awake.
Kidding. You're alive now.
I'm going to take that level up.
What would you like to do? Blink into consciousness.
I'm taking the level
Realize you are not where you last remember being.
up. I hear the words of Bantu. You can't die yet. You got to keep fighting. And then the heart on my chest pumps. And the green grows up and around her face, and she's going to take that level up to 5. All right, so I got to roll a hit points.
12d12 for your hit points, and then you're gonna get multi-attack, and your proficiency bonus goes up, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, 10 is good. 10 is good.
Yep. All right. Let's see. What was I at before? 57. So that's going to be 67. So that's going to be 71 hit points.
No,
That's my
10
total.
plus your con.
I know. I have plus 4 con.
So 57
71.
plus 14.
Yeah, 71.
71. Oh, shit.
What the
And then you'll get
monster?
8 plus 14, so you'll have 22 HP.
Correct.
Mhm.
We're going to help you level up as fast as possible.
Done. I already had it ready.
All right, perfect. I expect nothing less from you.
Bree is back in action.
Bree flips down off this guy's shoulder, pulls out her warhammer, and she just lets out a primal scream. And she's going to recklessly attack and smash this guy right in the nuts and slam him, hopefully 15 feet away.
Swing away.
Correct die. God. Shaking again. Get in the box. All right. Oh. I have plus 8 to hit with the warhammer. That's going to be a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
All right. D10 plus 7. All right. That's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And he is pushed
Nice.
15 feet away. And then... Excuse me.
Have your movement to stand up.
Yeah, half my movement stand up. I meant to rage. Sorry. That was included with the recklessly attacking. And then let's see. So that was 5 plus half was new movement. So that was 20 feet. Okay. I'm going to spend 10 feet of movement to jump to this guy. Actually, I don't need to jump. I can just move 10 feet. Haha.
That looks cooler.
Let's see. So double checking my math. 5 feet. Actually, I got one more. All right, so that's all my movement. I'm going to hit this guy as well. Recklessly.
All right.
With the warhammer.
How reckless.
Ooh, natty 18 for a 26.
Ooh, 26 is going to hit, believe it or not.
All right, another D10. 10 points of damage on that. And this guy
10 points of damage.
Is pushed 10 feet away.
10 feet away. As he and the apothecary over his shoulder get knocked back 10 feet.
And that's Bree.
Lovely. Crow!
This wall is tall, pretty much, you know. Can I see any of the shenanigans happening on this side?
If you climb on anything, I'll say yes.
Okay. But this spider is still halfway over the wall. Can I see it?
Yes. Spider's
Okay.
still visible.
Okay, so I want to target this bugbear here that has appeared.
All right.
And
Guy's getting the rainbow on him.
I am getting flashbacks, PTSD from mere 6 seconds ago when I was terrified for my life of the exact same type of looking creature. And so she is going to fire at it. And because why not, I'm going to twin spell it and get the spider that I can see. Because I think that's the only other baddie I can see from where I'm at currently.
Yeah, why not, right? Why not kill the spider?
Why not kill the spider? Because I'm afraid of everything.
Are you afraid?
All right,
No,
so
the
first
bugbear
shot
is-
going towards the bugbear. The
Bugbear, we are going to do... And I have advantage because I had that bonus action thing that I did a while ago, which is a 13.
He's going to dive out of the way of that chaos bolt
Perfect.
as
And
the twin spell goes arcing up towards that giant spider.
we hit bugs. We hit bugs. So
20's
20.
gonna hit.
And we are going to do fire damage because that is the best way to kill a bug. 14.
Damn.
14 fire damage exterminates that spider.
You murdered the bug. I will take it. And I will roll twice.
I might be able to give it a light effect for it being on fire now.
That was close. That was close.
Let's see if this works. Boom. Does that work?
Hey, that's fine. Oh, if I start burning down the wall, I'm gonna feel really bad. And
What's the worst that
then
can happen, right?
I'm gonna come and stand. Let's see. I'll do my. I still have a goal in mind, so I'm gonna do my movement to here,
God bless you.
and that will be my turn.
Yastrev.
Yas will dash forward with his greatsword, and he's going to make a feinting attack at this bugbear, so he'll swing with advantage.
Go for bugbear.
21.
21's gonna hit.
And
That's a really big X.
16 damage.
And then I'll add a d8 on that, so 20 damage.
So we get that woman a
20
Benadryl.
damage. Nice.
Bonus action. I believe I have another use of second wind. My last use of second wind, yes.
I'm burning the wall down. I'm sorry.
That's not bad.
That's really good.
And that'll be Yostrev's turn.
Lovely, lovely.
Is Evie okay?
May the bookworms bless you.
It's just,
That
it's the
tome was
most wonderful time of the year, you know, where like the pollen's in the air.
Pollen season.
Oh, woof.
And people who are allergic to the world are like dying.
Yep,
Alright, I'm sorry.
You're fine. Shikari's running around like, where is everyone?
A little bit. I'm still running towards the directions of the voices, so I'm gonna use my action and my movement, I guess, to move up to here next to Jasper, the young hunter.
Moving up by Jasper. Cool, cool.
So what's Jasper's deal? Is he helpful? Is he not helpful? Is he a woman? I don't know.
It's funny that you find yourself by Jasper because he specifically was called upon by somebody else in the party. So he, if you're cool with it, can scoop you up on his turn and start moving along. Get a little bit closer and further along
Do I
the
have
way.
enough stuff to ask him what's up and ask her, like, what did he hear or what's going on?
From what I can understand, a couple of goblins might have made their way over the wall and took a couple of Westvalians prisoner.
What? No.
That's why we're all sprinting this way. Follow me!
I'm so fast, I've got time in this one next.
Then with your permission, I'd like to scoop you up and take off this direction.
Me.
That will be your turn. Bugbear Stalker. Goodness. Well, that was dead.
Yay.
That one's by Yastrev.
No!
Hey, Yastrev. Let's see how you like pain. He's going to try and swing with a 19 and a 12 to hit.
19 goes through.
19 hits for 14 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
He strikes out at you. Gives a wicked snarl as his arm shoots up, and I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw as you feel his massive palm just grapple hold of the top of your skull. He's going to try and grapple you.
Can I do an opposed athletics?
Not on this one. This one's a special action he's got for a dex
Oh,
save.
that's cool. Son of a bitch, put me down.
He's quicker than you were expecting, and he's got you grappled. as Yastrev, you feel yourself being dragged up and over that wall, and it comes slamming down not too far away from where Bontu is at. Surprisingly.
Joke's on him, I went closer.
As from behind, Yobendra and Sinica, a couple of attacks are coming your way from one more that jumps down from the rooftop behind you.
This
Starting
asshole.
with Eobendra with a 23 to hit.
I would silvery barbs that.
Silvery barbs that. Cool. For a 9 to hit instead. And then Sinica Stonebender with a 21 to hit.
Jesus, Ryan.
I'll give EO advantage as well.
For 15 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, she's down.
Oh no, I
As the
didn't have any more silver.
Bugbear drops Seneca with a javelin. Barrage of javelins. And that is going to be their turn. Bontu.
So let me get this straight. This bugbear comes flying over this wall carrying Yastrev.
I am cussing. And
He's got Yastrev like by the skull, and he is dragging Yastrev along. Yastrev is not conscious like the rest of these NPCs.
I don't think that's going to end how he thinks it's going to end.
Can I see Bontu? Just like
Yastrev, I'm going to say you cannot see Bontu, no.
You just hear me threaten, I'm going to fucking cut his head off.
Yas can take care of himself. Anya, the apothecary can.
If I had 2 extra arms, I'd be grabbing people. Sure.
I think Bantu is going to help. Bree seemed to have a handle on these guys, but they're probably just gonna run. Huh. Just tough choice. Help her. She's already unconscious. Help Yastrev. If I go here, this guy already has to go through me. Yep, okay. Bantu gonna move. So this guy has hold of Anya, right?
Yes. The other guy had Briarios.
We're gonna move 10 feet to there. And then can Bantu grapple Anya away from that guy?
An opposed athletics check against the bugbear.
Let's fucking go. I got a natural 20 for a 28.
Well, that's going to beat that bugbear.
Put it on the board.
Pull Anya free.
And then, I still have 20 feet of movement, so I can get 10 feet away with Anya.
So you play hot potato with the apothecary.
And then bonus action, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Yastrev. He's going to say, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the roar!
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, that didn't do what I wanted. This one. There's the combat inspiration reminder, and pass the turn.
All right. Giant spiders. Let's see, they...
Ooh, Bantu.
Let's see, giant spider's gonna go for Brienne, would you mind rolling me a dexterity save at disadvantage for the horse, as both of these giant spiders are going to be shooting their webbing to try and slow that horse down from its approach? And that draft horse is getting +0 to each of these saves. It's got to beat a 13, or else the horse is going to be restrained.
So 4d20 all over 14.
2d20s, looking for above 13.
Damn.
Horse going to feel this webbing wrapping around it as it's full sprint. And it feels itself restrained movement-wise, suffering an affliction to this condition. My goodness. Where's... That spider's dead, that's why. Seneca! You are supposed to go before that. It reset again. I'm so sorry.
I think we gotta get rid of all those bugbear tokens. Maybe that's what's doing it.
Pretty sure Seneca's making a death save anyways.
I am indeed making a death save. I'm
Oh,
fine
it's
going
good that
up
we
and
waited.
for that. Let's see. A 3. Wow.
No.
That's so great, you guys. A 3. That's a fail.
Oh, no. That's
Don't
not
worry.
good.
Crow's next to you. Hopefully she doesn't fireball.
Don't worry, I already fired the spider, so you're gonna be fine.
All right. After that is
Rose is
Rienne.
busy making a firewall.
Hey.
It's a slow process to get the firewall this time. I'm still learning. Let me get a fast firewall.
What does the restrained action do again?
Speed is 0.
Yes.
For the horse in this case, the speed is 0.
The horse's speed is 0 and can't increase. Attack rolls against the horse have advantage, and the horse's attacks have disadvantage, and the horse has disadvantage on dex saves.
I should have just rolled straight. I thought about using my inspiration, and I didn't.
You can jump off of the horse and keep going, but the horse
Wait.
is just covered in webs of the spiders.
Wait, hold on. Can I retcon something?
Hello.
Hello?
What's your idea?
I have tactical mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's for
Could I
ability
have
checks,
used
not
tactical
saves.
mind? Ah, shit. Well, fuck. I really want to use this horse, though. But it's an action to kind of...
Rienne would
Yeah.
have to use her action to clear the web from the horse, I think.
We need that speed.
Are you saying you want to use your tactical mind to give the horse that benefit? I am so down for that.
Wait, what?
Are you saying you want to use your tactical mind to give the horse the benefit of that roll?
I can't.
Adding
That
a D10
was...
to its save?
It's an ability check, not for saves.
I think Ryan's allowing you to do it.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll totally do it. Yes.
Let's do it.
Yay.
6.
So that's a 50.
That's going to bump it up to a success. You needed a 13 to save.
Hey!
15 will do
Rienne
it.
the hero.
Horse is not
Thanks,
grappled.
Ryan.
Webb just misses the horse. You got 40 feet of movement. Where would you like to go?
She cannot see anything in that darkness because she doesn't have dark vision. But looks like Yastrev is in trouble.
There is a spider on fire helping a little bit with that.
Man, there's like a spider butt over there. There's a couple of hobby gobs over there. Or, sorry, bugbears.
How dare you?
I'm short. Everything's bigger than me.
She's got to... you know what? Fuck it. She'll charge next to the apothecary gal. And I don't think I have a good reach for my trident.
You could throw the trident.
I could throw the trident.
You're really good at throwing that trident.
Rian's going to throw the trident.
I think you've been
Would
more
you like to
successful
throw
at throwing it.
trident?
Come on, come on, come on. Ah, fuck.
Who are you targeting, by the way?
This one.
Ah.
The
Sergeant.
stalker. The one that's got Yastrev by the skull.
Yep. Oh, man. I really hope this works. 10.
10 is gonna miss.
Uh-oh. Well, that's all I have.
Cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
I really want that second attack. But she will second wind. Wait. She'll use her last second wind.
Good call. Good call. Get some HP.
As a bonus action.
D10 plus fighter level, right?
I think so. Did it roll?
You rolled a
5.
1. Oh.
Yay!
Hey, that's 5 more hit points than you had before.
Yeah, it's true. You know, we're slowly gaining.
God, these guys move so fast.
How much did I have? I think I had 16, so that's 21. Fuck.
Yeah,
All right.
it was either 16 or 18. I wasn't zoomed in on your token.
No, I think it was 16. All right, I'm done. That's all I can do.
Cool, cool.
I really
The
want this
bugbears that are by you are going to. Let's see. One of them is going
knocked the
to
shit out of
hurl.
both of those guys, by the way.
One's hurling a javelin up at Rien, who just charged in on a horse. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Unless you go with me on this, I use silvery barbs.
do you?
Yes.
All right. That's going to drop it down to a 17 to hit.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's it still hits.
Or
Give advantage to Bree.
Bond 2.
Oh wait, she's just gonna be
That's gonna be
recklessly attacking
16
anyways.
points of piercing damage to Rien
Give it to Rian.
on that
Holy
javelin.
Give it to Rian.
Shit.
And Bontu, a javelin coming your way at a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Rien can have the advantage.
Lovely. For 9, 10, 13 points of piercing damage to Bontu. And they are going to move up and onto that giant
Just
spider.
leaving empty-handed, like bitches.
Eobendra.
Rien, can you translate that for me?
Rien translates.
Little like bitches.
Bonus action to there. I'm still concentrating on Expeditious Retreat.
Cool.
And then I'm going to, I guess, climb up the wall.
Mhm.
So from the top of the wall, it's still pretty dark out in this general vicinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a guy right there.
It's a guy right there.
Yeah, and he's like palming Yastrev's face.
Oh, excellent. Then I'm going to take this opportunity to cast Witch Bolt.
I haven't seen one of those in like 7 years.
Curse has been
Gotta hit.
It's a death sentence.
It is.
Yes.
1 round to live.
A bolt of
18.
doom.
So, it was 18 on the die. So it's actually a
18 is a yes.
Okay, so 3d12
He's so
coming your
fucking
way.
dead.
There's 6, 8. That would be 20 total damage for round 1.
Lovely.
And
Witch
my
bolt.
concentration is going to swap to the witch bolt.
Lovely. As this energy surges, connecting the two of you across this battlefield.
And as EO points his hand, it's almost like force lightning, but that sort of black wispy smoke starts sort of coming off of him as this energy is connecting him to this creature.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Briarius Broadbottom!
Alright, just to confirm, bugbears crawled and mounted the giant spider?
These bugbears look like they're trying to get away.
Cool.
The 4 other bugbears that were ahead of them look like they are already getting away.
Yeah, I can't read.
There's a couple of bugbears behind you.
I just want to make sure that we're talking about a little clown car of spiderness. I'm going to recklessly attack this spider, and I'm going to hit it with my warhammer.
All right. Let's get reckless.
Oh, yeah. 22.
22 hits.
All right. That's a D10 plus 7. 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and the spider is
11
pushed.
points of bludgeoning damage drops the spider.
It's pushed 10 feet away, so if they're on top of it, it's also moving 10 feet.
All right.
Sweet. All right. Well, that was 20 feet of movement. Excellent. I have just enough, I think. Yes.
You're going the wrong direction, Bree.
I want to get the spider. I was trying to save the people, but I'll let the spider go for now.
Ryan, I think these two should be on that spider.
I think you're right.
Oh, then I'm not going in the wrong direction. I knew I was doing, Nick.
No, now that you point that out, Lucas.
I'm gonna jump in
They
front
were
of the
not
spider.
left unattended.
Save the bartender.
Exactly. I need meals. All right. So it's 20 feet of movement. I use 10 to get an additional 30 feet jump. So I go 10 feet, and then I jump 30. Where's my 30 feet? It's one of these squares. I don't know which one's the right one. This one. All right. I think I'm outside of its token squares, right?
Correct.
All right. I hit it recklessly with my warhammer.
All right, swing away.
Ooh. That's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
All right. That's going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Kills
I'm
the
going
spider.
to kill the spider. I don't even have to move it. I will move it. That way I can move Barden and the other commoner 10 feet as well. Or, sorry, 15 feet. So what will happen is they will go kind of in a diagonal back towards the wall. Just a little bit. And that's it for Bree.
All right.
Having
Throw.
2 attacks that move people is so much better.
Okay, I want to try something, but I don't know if I technically can. That's going to be a DM call. So you gotta let me know.
I don't know.
Firstly, I am going to cast Healing Hands on Seneca, and that is going to be. How do I click it? How do I make that work?
Well, I guess I'll allow that.
Thanks. I roll super high on this. You're welcome. You get 5 hit points. I'm basically a known healer.
Average.
He's not dying anymore.
That's actually
So
exactly average, right? 2.5 for your D4, right? That's what average is.
perfect. Half as you can get. So here's the question I have to ask you, DM. Healing Hands is a magic action. So I don't know if that would be considered a spell or not. But if you'll allow it, I would like to use my Meta Magic Quicken spell, which says when you cast a spell with a casting time of an action, then I can spend sorcery points to change the casting time to a bonus action for this casting. That's where I'm like, it's a little hazy, and it's okay if you say no.
I'm cool with it now. I might change my mind later.
What are you trying to
That's
do with your
totally
action?
I am going to cast Vortex Warp, and I'm going to put Seneca up here where she's safe. From
Wait,
this fucker who's going to run this way.
you could just meta magic the vortex warp to a bonus action.
Well, yeah, no, that's what. But the Healing Hands, so Vortex Warp, like because the Healing Hands is an action, so I need a bonus action. So I need to make the Vortex Warp into a bonus action by using the Quicken spell.
Oh yeah, no, that works because the Healing Hands isn't a leveled spell, so you're allowed to Vortex Warp.
So healing her for 5 and then Vortex warping her away?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Right.
That's all kosher, Amanda. That's by the rules.
Okay, so it's okay. Okay, because I wasn't sure because it said that for the Quicken spell it says when you cast a spell, then so this would be the
You would
spell
just
that I cast.
quicken
which means-
the vortex warp
Okay, I
instead
understand.
of Healing Hands. Yeah, you just swap what you're quickening.
Okay. Cool beans.
Right on, right on. Anything else you'd like to do?
Maybe.
Movement?
Yeah, that'd be smart. I am going to move to here because I don't want this bugbear to go after EO. So I want to try and block him if it starts charging this way. And I know that their MO now is to grab people and go over the wall. So if he's gonna try and go over the wall, I'd rather him grab me than EO. Actually, I think that means I'd rather stay here, blocking EO.
Crow.
EO's my man.
Crow's using herself as bait.
But not like her man.
Yeah, it's like mutual friendship, my man.
Her man, servant man.
My man servant. Yeah. He's my
Good help
butler.
is so
I
hard
would
to
die
find.
for my-
Cool. Next
That's
up
exactly
is Yastra.
Stab.
Stab.
Stab at advantage. If you allow it, or will my advantage go to straight because he's holding me by the head? But I know where he's at, and I know where I'm stabbing.
You can go for advantage from the silvery barbs.
No, I have superior. I'm using a feigning attack for this.
Silver
barbs then yeah.
Rian.
Then yeah.
And then a D8 on top of that. So 13.
And then
13
you also have
damage.
combat inspiration from me.
Oh,
so
and-
if you want to use your reaction, you can roll my bardic inspiration die and you can add to the damage.
16.
Cool. That bugbear is looking rough. But still standing. Still grappling tightly to your skull.
That's all I got.
All right. Shikari.
Did she not get moved by
You did not. Sorry. The initiative counter reset on us. Just removes on initiative count 20, 60 feet over to there. Just in time for you to see this dead bugbear here in the yard. And Crow squaring off with something stood behind that shed there.
only move 30 feet. But what I can do, well, unless I want to spend my movement, I can move to here. What do I see? Do I see what's happening to her?
Now, I believe you can see what looks like another one of those bugbears back behind the shed. They keep coming. That's the one. One of those guys.
I should have probably moved the other direction.
Devious looking bugbear stalker.
How many barriers are there between her and the bugbear? Like, just a
It's a straight from Crow and the bugbear. It's a straight shot. There are two, like the same fence, but there's a corner that fence line.
So there's a fence
between you and the
tree
bugbear.
everything. I can't shoot at the crossbow, right?
You have clear line of sight to shoot at it, but like there are several objectives if it were to try and rush you.
I'll shoot at it then if I can.
Fire away. 19 hits.
Not yet.
9 damage! And that is with a light crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got mastery with that crossbow, right?
I don't know what mastery is, but it's a simple weapon, and I have proficiency with that.
I think when you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage with it, you reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
I don't
If the
think
creature-
clerics get weapon
Players
mastery.
don't have weapon mastery.
No?
No,
Nah.
it's the marshals. Get them.
I don't have it either.
Yeah, it's very confusing because all the weapons show their mastery, but only some characters have access to it.
Never mind that. I guess that's not the feat that you took.
Oh, did she take a weapon mastery feat?
I thought that was the feat she took at 4th level.
Why'd you take it?
I don't see it in any of my would it be features and traits?
Yes.
Knowledge of languages, feats. Ability score improvement and skill.
Oh, never mind.
It's just a regular old weapon attack.
Yep.
For wisdom, yeah.
That's what it is. Cool.
That's my turn.
That was how much damage total?
9.
9 damage total.
9!
Gross.
I will say, for not being a martial character, Eevee's Chikari is deadly with that crossbow.
It's amazing!
She's so
I
good.
don't have a lot of good, fighting. That's my one thing. When it hits, it hits. When it doesn't, though, it's like, okay, well, that's my turn.
You know,
Yeah,
it
that's
does make sense. Shooting crossbows is something you could do in a library.
It's very quiet. Just one twang.
She could practice that all day long growing up.
So
I haven't been playing darts since I was tiny.
the bugbear is going to close in on Crow, producing a javelin from its back and
Bring it on.
firing surprisingly 2 of them off in quick succession. For Crow, the first one going to be a dirty 20 to hit. Second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
You know, that one's
Did
also
you really
good.
want him to bring it on, Amanda?
Bring it on. It brings out the best in EO. It's quite interesting.
11, 13, 14.
You know, I totally didn't see that guy behind us. I thought that was one of like the villagers.
Okay.
17 points of piercing damage on the first
Oh my God,
one.
you're almost dead.
Oh, just the first one.
And 5. 11,
5. I'll take it. 5 is good.
12 damage on the second
You're
one.
almost dead.
Wait, still.
As 2 javelins go
Why'd you
Oh
taunt
God.
him?
kabobbing through Crow. As the bugbear stalker starts stalking a little bit closer.
Okay, I saved EO, guys. I
She's
saved
got 2
EO.
hit points.
Oh my God.
She's at 2 hit points. It's bad.
Oh my
We
God.
knew the witch.
The bugbear out here doesn't. He's got this witch bolt connecting him to Eo, and Yas swinging away with all sorts of manner of death. So this bugbear is going to square off with Yas, and he's going to take a couple of swings of his own with his Morning Star. Yas, try to swing in your way. First one with a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is going to be a natural 20 to hit.
The silvery barbs.
You already used it.
Per 3, 10 plus 12 is 22 plus 3 is 25 points of bludgeoning damage with the Morning Star.
Is unconscious Yastref.
No.
As this bugbear swings this wicked weapon and just at the last second sucker punches Yastrev in the throat and then arcs the weapon downwards, like cleaving into his collarbone, and Yastrev just falls limp at the bugbear's impact.
He's a
Bugbear then scoops Yastrev up and starts to stalk away. 30 feet to there.
Oh, it's not a death sentence. He got out of the wishbone, guys.
Bantu.
No, he didn't.
Is it 60 feet now?
60 feet.
Oh, I thought it was a 30-foot connection. Or it used to be. It used to be a 30-foot
Bantu is going to move over to this guy. And he's going to bury a scimitar and a hand axe into him.
All right.
24.
24 hits.
For 11 slashing damage.
Drops that stalker.
It wasn't death sentence.
Well, then I'm going to not use my bonus action to hit him with this hand axe. Instead, I will use my bonus action to catch Yastrev. Like, instead of like Yastrev dropping, Bantu's gonna just snatch him out of the air.
Yeah.
Hey. A budding romance, perhaps?
I don't have any more movement, so... I used my bonus action to cast a second level healing word and heal Yastrev.
It is
For
a
11.
romance.
And he's going to say, "You can't die on me, old man."
Blink your eyes open and see these beautiful orc eyes staring back at you.
They're red and kind of creepy, honestly.
A little endearing.
I'm just happy to see a friend.
The look of your hero. Next up is Seneca Stone Defender.
I do have hair braided just like people that he loves, so...
Maybe?
Huh?
Okay, I see that I'm not dead and am in a tower now.
Bro cast a healing spell on you and then teleported you into the guard tower nearby, where a confused guard is like happy to help because you look like you are just recently recovering from death, which seems serious.
Does this guard have some kind of ranged weapon?
They do. They have a bow slung over their shoulder.
If you're not using it, can I have that bow?
They hand it over. Longbow's all yours.
Longbow? Sweet. Okay.
Longbow.
Get that real quick.
I love this scene. She just poofs into existence. She's like, "Give me that bow."
I got shit to do.
You sure you don't need any more dogs?
Are you just gonna stand there or are you gonna shoot that fucking thing?
Sorry, I had to equip it. So this guy down here is still alive by Crow?
Yes.
Very much so. He's very
You
lethal.
put 2 javelins right through a chest.
It
So
was
Seneca is gonna
spicy.
come to the other side of this guard tower and fire a shot at that Is that a bugbear?
It is a bugbear. The bugbear captains.
That doesn't do anything.
He just grabs these shot out of midair and just throws it down to his feet.
Also, I was a little too close for that anyways, wasn't I?
No minimum distance for your bow.
No minimum
Yes,
distance?
you're good.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Bonus
Unfortunately,
actions?
no. I don't have any bonus actions.
Oh, you're all out of your warlock goodness.
The spiders are dead. Brienne, what would you like to do?
Okay.
There's a couple of
This
dudes
is
over
all. This is all darkness, right? It is. It's darkness. It really depends on what Bantu. Bantu can see in the dark, right?
Uh-huh.
Better than most.
Are there any more bugbears with villagers?
Oh,
Yes.
with villagers.
But
Yeah, there's two
You can't get
really
to it.
far up there. But there's no light over there.
Can Rian take out, because she has a hooded lantern,
Mm-hmm.
can she light that fucking lantern and get the fuck over there?
How much light does that make? 20 bright, 20 dim?
30-foot radius, dim light for an additional 30 feet.
It's 30.
Make sure not to trample on ya.
Coming up.
Can I get
Your
control?
light will be yellow.
Hell yeah, dude.
Can you see that?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, God. I just have to... Whoop. Okay, that gets me there. Just going to move right there. All right, she kind of sees Briarios. So as she's moving closer and closer to Briarios, she is going to yell, "Get ready for a pickup!" And she'll wrap, I would assume, the reins around her wrist and lean like uncomfortably low to the ground to prepare to pick up Briarios.
All right.
Girl, you're
Let
gonna
me
see
get a
some shit.
picture. Ooh, I hate those Mongolian. That's all I have because I don't have second wind. I used all of it. It's great.
Lovely. Well, next up, gonna be a couple of bugbears picking themselves up off of the carcass of that spider. And, well, heck, they got Bantu right here next to them. So they are going to loose a couple of javelins your way, sir. So Bantu, first javelin coming your way with a 22 to hit.
Yep.
For 11 points of piercing damage. The second one throwing a javelin for a total of 12 to hit.
Nope. Fuck that guy.
Gonna do it. So he hops off, and they take off running 30 feet. And they go to start scooping up their prisoners over here.
Oh, shit.
Unconscious dwarf and commoner. And that's going to be their turn. Bugbears moving 30 feet. 30 feet. Open drop. Whoop.
We're not gonna catch him, Rachel. We're not gonna catch him.
EO hears Crow crying from behind him. Turns
It
around,
was like
sees that
a gurgle.
he ran right past an enemy, and shoots that bastard with a Eldritch Blast.
Oh, Eldritch Blast.
Or maybe he doesn't, because that's only a 10.
10 is going to miss. He sidesteps the impact of this burst.
Does he go protect his mistress?
I mean, yeah. I think I can get to there. Hop down off the wall, run out in front of her.
It's okay,
That's-
EO. It is but a flesh wound.
And I think that's all I can do for now.
All right, Briarios Broadbottom.
I'm sorry, Ann. I can't do a pickup right now. I gotta go save these people.
Actually, nope, there's one thing I can do.
Hold.
Lucas, we're gonna
Sorry.
step it back real quick.
Sorry.
What's up?
I can do my celestial revelation. Is this guy within 10 feet of me?
He is 15 feet away.
Okay, 15.
Yeah. Does that give you wings that you could do cool shit with extra movement or something?
It frightens them. It's spooky.
Okay, I'm gonna hold until he gets closer. Sorry, my bad.
All right, all good. Bree.
All right. Bree will call to once she sees that the bugbears are moving up to grab the villagers that we can see. Bree's gonna call out to Rian. Don't go too far out. We have to save who we can now, and I think the others we can't save. And she's going to is Rian within 10 feet of me on this horse somewhere?
Looks like she's 15 feet back.
She's on the legs. Damn.
Yes, she's all the way down.
Wait, she's reaching for
Correct.
Is her hand within 10 feet?
She is 15 feet away on this horse.
All right. I'll give the horse temporary hit points. 5 temporary hit points to the horse.
5 to the horse.
Gonna need it. Bree is gonna move. I have a full complement of movement. Sweet. I jump over the spider.
You have legs.
I have legs, and they work real good. Bree's gonna move all the way over here, and she's gonna slam this first guy on the left with her warhammer.
Going for lefty with the hammer.
Let's do it reckless, because it's fun.
Reckless.
Yeah, reckless all day. Let's go. 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Ooh, max damage. For 17 points of bludgeoning damage to that guy, and he's
17
pushed
points of
10
bludgeoning
feet
damage.
away.
Pushes him 10 feet away as his corpse just bladders across 10 feet back.
All right. I'm trying to remember. Was that 35 or 40? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit
That
this
was-
other guy.
35 feet of movement.
Oh, perfect. 5 feet back down. I'm gonna hit this guy again, or hit this guy with reckless. Aha! That's a 15. That's another 23.
23 hits.
Out of the backs. God, out of the backs. Ooh. 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I'm going to activate Crusher and move him an additional 5 feet.
Should we not all say
And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I will. Is this
using a Ram's Warhammer?
Oh, a Ram's Warhammer. I got a question, Ryan, since this is a not necessarily a flavor thing. Would I have advantage on this because of my gnomish thing, or would I be straight roll because of it's a Ram? Because I feel like it'd be
I'm going to say straight
disadvantage.
roll for this one.
Okay. 12.
12. All right, you are compelled for vengeance against this creature.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. Bree's eyes dilate down almost like a cat's eyes, focusing on their prey, and she crouches down, warhammer in hand. She's ready to maul this dude.
A glimmer of a glare across Bree's eyes, and her pupils can no longer be seen. Bizarre. What's going on there?
How bizarre.
Breeze on.
There's a faint green glow from outside of Westvale out in the grass. What's going on out there? people will wonder.
I wish I could do like
Crow.
a jaguar noise. It's like, ow!
Well, you can. They'll just, sound like seagull screeches sometimes.
Wish I had a soundboard.
Okay. So Crow is going to look at this bugbear who's in between with EO now in between her and the bugbear, and she's going to hex him. 'Cause that sounds like something we should do. To hex. Oh, well, I didn't mean to click the damage, but he's hexed. We click the use button. There. And then
What ability check are you disadvantaging?
we'll do the strength. That's what they use to carry people away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that dexterity?
Yeah.
It's strength, right? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do strength. So that, and then I am going to. There's the things I wrote them down. I'm gonna do Tides of Chaos, but I already have advantage, so that really doesn't matter, huh?
Did you see my note?
Did I get
about-
double advantage?
Amanda.
Yes.
Amanda. Yes. Did you see my note about if you move a little closer to me, I can heal you? Just throwing that in there as you evaluate your options.
Oh, I saw that.
Because you're like ever so
I didn't see
far,
that.
if you literally move 1 square closer, that's 30 feet away, and I can touch you. So
Perfect.
just saying, if you're gonna move at all, move 1 square closer to me.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Get
closer
to me! I have small legs!
And also move to Phoenix, but that's different.
Okay, because I realized that I already have advantage because I have an 8 sorcery, so there's really no reason to do Tides of Chaos. So we just.
Unless you want to roll on the table for free.
Well, I think you get a roll on the table for the hex, right?
It's
you
a
can roll me a
leveled
d20
spell.
for that.
It is a level spell, even okay, because even though it doesn't use a spell slot, yeah,
It
you know what?
does use a spell slot, doesn't it?
No, because I get it with Fey touched, so I just get 1 use per day.
It's still considered a leveled spell.
But yeah, it's a leveled spell. But like in my brain, I was like, it doesn't count. It's free, but yeah,
you
it still
get to
counts
roll,
for that.
baby.
So I could do Tides of Chaos, but I already get advantage, so it just seems silly to use that. But I could roll twice on the table.
You could get.
Doesn't it
okay.
give you advantage like for a minute?
No, that's her other one. She's already got that one active.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I already have that one active, so it's like it seems unless I can get double advantage. But okay, so let me roll on the table real quick for that 14, and then I will. Everything is okay. We'll have to do that one. It's so tempting to just kind of, but we're at 2 health. Let's be conscious on what we're doing. We are going to do a sorcerer's burst. So let's.
Anyone wants to ask questions? I'm looking at the DM screen. Oh, should I not? Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
We're gonna do fire again because it is time. Sorcerer's burst, fire. So we're gonna do 5 damage because I cannot ever roll high on damage.
That's above average, Amanda.
5
You're
damage to
only
the
doing
bugbear with 3
5
necrotic
to the
damage
bugbear.
for 8
It's,
damage total.
Yes, because there's the 3 necrotic. Yep, for the hex.
Ah!
Oh.
8 damage
Aha.
to the bugbear.
So there.
Ah.
Take that after you just took away like 29 health of mine. I hope you feel that. I hope it hurts.
5 foot shift down.
I don't think
and
he speaks Goblin, but he spits back a curse towards you. Shikari, I think you can understand him as he says, "Oh, use a spell slinger then. We're gonna have to cut your tongue out first."
Crow is, I did mean to say this beforehand, but Crow would sidestep around EO just to make sure she didn't accidentally, because her vision's kind of going now. She's at
that's a lot of blood. Oh god,
She
that's a
doesn't
lot
want
of
to just
blood.
like.
She's
She doesn't
gonna
want to step just
sidestep so
around
she
the
can
corner.
She so that way she could put one hand on the
Like,
fence post, and then
you still
she'll
have
after she
both
fires it.
javelins probably sticking out of you, and like one would be like bad enough, but like having two, you're trying to remember like, are you supposed to pull it out or leave it in? But like then there's two, and it keeps like hitting things as you're running by them.
So she sees Eo and she's like, okay, wait, no, okay. So she's like trying to take a side step and she's gonna like make this burst towards this guy, and then she's gonna like kind of like lean on the fence and then just kind of like take another step to get kind of closer to the fence, maybe out of his immediate vision range. She doesn't want to leave Eo, but she's happy here, leaning up against the fence, kind of breathing.
Can I
That's
react?
okay.
Say something?
You can speak.
Shikari is going to say, Crow, yes, he wants to cut out your tongue, so just hide there and I'll be there in a jiffy, I swear.
It's okay,
Next
I'm
up,
tired of talking anyway.
Sorry?
Oh, Crow just responded, I'm tired of talking anyways. I just want to go to sleep.
Yastrev is going to see Rian and out in the distance, and he's gonna look back at the gate, and then he's gonna look back over the wall. Fuck Bantu. What do we do?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
What are we doing?
We're gonna go rescue those guys, and he's gonna point over towards Bree.
I didn't see them. And then Yastrev is going to move 30 feet. And Ryan, how do you feel? Oh wait, never mind. I have a spear. I was gonna see how do you feel about the opinion of every weapon is a thrown weapon if you throw it hard enough.
I like a spear being a thrown weapon way more in that argument.
Jeremy, I just want to remind you that she also Rian gave you her +1 javelin a while back.
You do have a +1 javelin.
I thought I gave you back the javelin.
She gave it back to you again. It was during the combat when you jumped over. She gave you a javelin.
I'm gonna throw a +1 javelin. I just
Yeah.
Throw a +1 javelin.
Oh, it's so good.
And then that'll be a 6.
A 6 to hit?
No, a 6 damage overall because it's a +1 javelin.
Yes. Cool. 6 damage with the javelin.
And that's Yalstrev's turn. He's spent. He's bleeding. He's beat.
I rush over to Crow. Hold on. I think I can do this. I think I can. I got this spell almost exactly right.
Almost.
And then she's going to cure wounds at first level. For 10 healing?
10 healing?
Except
You don't have to.
Oh, Shikari, you made me feel so much better.
She's gonna like basically pull the 2 spears out of her belly.
That was worse. That was worse.
They're so heavy that she's gonna kind of like plop down on one side and then plop down on the other side with her teeny tiny arms. Sure thing. Hope you're feeling better. Don't suppose you know how to wield one of these things?
As stepping up from behind, the bugbear stalker closes the distance. Arcing around, swinging one javelin up towards Eobendra and one javelin down towards Crow. He's going for the cool move. Eo, that is going to be a 14 to hit you.
That misses.
Misses. Crow. How about a 13 to hit you?
That misses.
Then he's going to miss. Seeing that he misses, he is then going to try and bonus action grapple Crow. Crow, roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
He has disadvantage on that, but yes. 4.
You feel his hand just grapple hold of your skull uncomfortably tight as he just starts moving. EO, he's going to provoke an attack of opportunity if you'd like to take it, but he starts to scale up that wall. Crow in hand.
Crow
Sure,
is like
I'll-
holding Shikari's hand as she slowly lets go as this bugbear just like drags her by her scalp.
I'll swing my dagger at him. I assume
All
I
right.
can get a cantrip attack, right?
Not unless you're a war caster or something like that. Feat.
Well, a natural 19 will make it a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's gonna hit.
Yeah, let me go. It's okay. I got something for
Okay.
this. I'll be fine.
It's actually going to be 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage to the bugbear. He is not gonna like that. Oh god, they're all back on the initiative order again. Lovely. So that's it for the stalker. Next up is Bantu. No.
I have a question. Did this guy get on top of wall, or is he still behind it?
He is still behind it.
Okay, so I can't see this. Okay. Then we going this way. So we're gonna rush up next to Yastrev. And we're gonna throw a hand axe at this guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
22 for 6 slashing damage.
That kills that bugbear.
Ah, fuck that guy! I don't have any bonus actions left. Oh, that's not true. I have 1 bardic inspiration left, but I don't see anything going on. So that's gonna be the end of Bantu's turn.
All right. Seneca.
Oh wait, hold on. He's gonna use his orc eyes. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to see these guys, Ryan.
I think you can see them. You heard and saw a couple of people getting dragged away by more bugbears. And you can still faintly make out a couple of shadows struggling into the night.
They're really far away. I don't think we're gonna catch them. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Seneca Stonebender.
I can still see the bugbear, right? It's not like at an odd angle, or she could just kind of peer over and see, huh?
Where are you? Yes, you can still see that bugbear.
All right, I'm gonna toll the dead
Nice.
because I assume he has indeed taken damage. And I need to
He
make
has indeed.
Right, he just took
Look
4
at
damage
all
from a
that.
dagger.
Just a faint trail of blood from where he stood beside Io. That's a wisdom save.
Yes.
That is a 21 on the wisdom save.
No. All right, he doesn't take any damage.
Wise bugbear.
A very wise bugbear.
And anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think she's pretty cozy up in this watchtower.
Cool. Brienne.
Okay.
Horse lantern lady.
Rian's gonna pull up next to Bree. Can I have control of the horse? And she's going to look down. armed outside. Come on. We have the horse. We can catch them. I know that we can if we just do it, okay? There's still something out there. Come on. And she's going to hold her action and wait until Bree, I don't know, says something. But if she does, she take she dash.
How about it? Lucas, does Briarios say anything?
I think Lucas AFK'd.
Hard to say.
That means there's not an objection.
Rachel, your call.
No, gonna wait for Lucas.
So what's going through Rienne's mind at this point in time? Like she's hanging in there on the threshold of 5 hit points.
Her favorite
Well, she's
fish
bleeding.
recipe, because we're all curious.
She was proposed to recently.
But she's, despite the blood, she's smelling the ocean mixed with blood. She hears the roar in the back of her mind, and she feels extremely weak. But she knows if she can just pull through, then maybe it won't happen again. It won't happen again. It won't happen again.
What won't happen again? Pray tell.
That's an excellent question.
Find out next time.
Okay. Hey, Bree. Oh my God, you're back.
Sorry. My wife needed a drink. What's up?
Oh, no problem. Rian moved next to you, outstretched her hand, and looks wild, desperate, bleeding. It's fine. She's going to say, "There are more out there. Come on. I just need someone else to see in the dark." And she's offering her hand to pull you up onto the horse.
Rian, I can see them. They're too far, even for that horse. We have to secure what we have. We cannot run too far from town. I'm sorry, we have to cut our losses.
Rian tries to look out into the distance, doesn't see shit. Turns the horse around, and how did I have? I had still 5 feet of movement, and dashes back towards town.
All right.
Yay! Awesome. Thank you.
Lots of clicking so that she can move the horse by herself.
Excellent. I would hope that's all
Did
it
you
was.
give her access to the token?
I did! Look at this shit.
He's alive! All right. Bugbears moving 60 feet. EO.
Okay. So EO is going to run and get up on the wall, trying to block this guy's path. And he's going to put himself within 10 feet, hopefully, which I've done. Yeah. And now he's going to trigger his celestial revelation. And that black smoke is going to just envelop him, and it's almost like a hood comes down over his face, and these black wings start to sort of, and they're just made out of smoke, but they start to curl around him. And I need the creature, and I'm also going to use one of my luck points to give this guy disadvantage.
What?
I need him to make me a charisma saving throw.
Well, bugbears are well known for their charisma.
Got that read.
Yes, but you
As
roll
is
quite well.
as is
How about-
Rian.
An 11 total.
An 11 is going to fail. So he has the frightened condition
Ooh.
until the end of my next turn. And
Right.
I'm trying to make sure, because that was a movement. This is a bonus action, so I still have an action. And let me make sure about the frightened condition. I don't think it ends if I hit them. No, so it does not end if they take damage. So I'm going to fire off a Eldritch Blast.
Gross.
How about a 17?
17 hits.
Excellent. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Oh, disgusting.
EO is going to say, "You leave her alone."
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think I've used all my actions for this round.
Briarius Bradbada!
All right. Bree is gonna pick up Barden and the commoner and get them to Yasimban too. That's about all that she can do. With her jump ability and her movement, she can do, while carrying someone at half, that brings me down to 20. I can spend 10 feet of movement to do the jump. So that gives me a total of 40 feet of movement.
All right, you're going to have to pick between carrying Barden or the
Barden
commoner.
has a name. I'm taking Barden.
All right.
So I'll take Barden.
Fine. What's wrong with NPC number 17?
Well, I got 2 arms and I'm so strong. No, I'll take Barden and I'll bring him to Yas and Onto. And she'll maintain her rage as a bonus action. And I think I have 1 round of jump left. That's it for Bree. Oh, Bree will say, let's try to get these guys, let's try to get these folk back inside the wall. See if we can secure everything up, and as soon as I can, I need to make sure my family's safe. She'll say that to Yasimban too.
Right. Crow!
So, as I am being so gently carried by this lovely bugbear man, she would like to grab his calf or wherever, so she's like dangling, so I don't know. Wherever she can put a hand on him, she is going to cast Chill Touch.
All right.
Oh my god, why? I'm not meant to hit him.
You know, it's a little panicky right now whenever the enemy's got your whole skull inside of the palm of their hand and they are running away right now. Like, what does that mean? He hit so hard. Oh god, he threw 2 javelins into you and now he's kidnapping you. He's running away with you and he's getting away.
He looks exactly like the man who frightened me, so dang it.
Things are going exactly how you thought they would.
So yeah, that's what I can do for now.
Yastrev.
Okay.
I will. Who am I carrying? Am I carrying Barden? I carrying myself?
Currently,
You're
nobody.
carrying the team.
All right.
Anyway,
All right, then
we got
to go back
Commoner
to the gate.
17 over there that's by themselves.
I will go get Commoner 17.
He kind of looks like
And I-
Zorro from One Piece. At least from what I could see on my token.
And I will pick him up.
All right.
Is picking him up an action?
Unless the
Interact
corpse
with an
is item
object.
interaction.
I'm gonna count him as interacting with an object for now.
All right, then that's my turn.
Oh shit,
All
that
right.
means I could get double movement too. Oh well.
Kari.
Shikari is going to not risk the chance of it not hitting and use her Sacred Flame cantrip against this guy.
The bugbear.
Or would it be better if I tried to wrestle Crow right away from him? I have some stuff, but I'm not very strong.
This bugbear is probably stronger than you.
Bring holy fire upon him.
Okay, I will indeed. And by the book of my mother, I cast flame upon thee. Indeed. So yeah, that's gonna be a Sacred Flame, or oh no, 3 damage only against this guy.
We're doing it. We're chipping away.
Dex save? Con save? What do you need from me?
Oh, the Sacred Flame is just it's a Dex 15.
Dex save? That is a natural 3. That's not gonna make it.
Hey!
Now roll damage.
Oh.
You gotta make sure that he rolls first.
Well, I rolled the damage. It was
Roll
3.
again.
Yeah, there's no blue collar rolling in this house.
Oh, do you want me to roll?
You roll when you're told.
All right, I will roll. I
Hey.
will roll 6 damage this time.
6 damage to this bugbear. As he is sacredly flamed.
And I'm gonna move up so that I'm behind Crow and I'm backing her up. And that's gonna be my turn.
Hell hath no fury like a mother's flame.
And a kobold hiding behind someone taller than her.
Well, that
How's the view?
I see butt.
going to inspire this stalker to draw out his morning star and take one swing at Crow with his morning star and one swing at Shikari with his morning star.
He can
So-
try.
He's got long arms.
Crow swinging your way with a 9 to hit you.
It misses. See, we can't hit each other
You-
when he's carrying me.
Shikari, how about a 17 to hit you?
Well, that will meet it.
Then for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. This Morningstar just crashes into you from over Crow's head.
Alrighty, I will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then he
Ryan, does
He's
she
gone
have
to
any
five.
kind of cover by chance?
hooked that wall. Not from this guy, no.
Okay.
Provoking an attack of opportunity as you watch the bugbear is fleeing with your mistress.
EO. That's EO,
Oh,
right?
he's BRBing. I'm assuming he might want to take an attack of
I see
opportunity.
it, but Chikari, you're just out of range. You can't hit him.
Question. I've never thought about it, but could I have just attached myself to Crow and made myself a more encumbrance of a burden?
You can try it.
Is that the way we do it here in this place, in this time, and in this game?
If that's how you're feeling it in that moment, if that's what you think Shikari would want to do, then yeah, sure.
If she's
Like a
in
superhero moment?
someone else, and she can. But that's what I feel like it would be an action to grapple.
In that case,
Crow.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't think I could just hang on to her as an encumbrance. Unless the DM says I could just be a burr on her cloak.
Not for freebies. No.
Aw,
Is
bummer.
Crow an opponent that's being moved?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes she hits me with
It
damage.
did do damage to you.
Maybe you want to take a swipe at Crow.
Sometimes Crow hits me with damage, and then I go out of my way to open the door for an apology, and then I end up apologizing to her. Meanwhile, she's cooking fish for someone else who did her a favor one time. So honestly,
it sounds like sister things, right? You smack me, I slash you. That sounds like a sister thing.
It's like, tell me you're sorry for hitting me with your damage, and then I will cling onto your cloak with a burr. And that's the agreement we'll make.
A new
We're gonna
combatant has entered the field.
Bantu. Bantu, what would you like to do?
Well,
Seems as though
fuck, is that
bugbears up
Crow?
north have been subdued.
Bree's like in the process of handing Barden to Bantu, and before he like takes Barden from her, like he like goes to take him, moves out of the way, she drops Barden on the ground, and then Bantu's gonna rush this way.
We both just drop him because nobody has a hand on him.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you had him.
And then don't think I want to hit Crow, so Bantu's gonna use his action to dash and just get right up in this guy's face. And I don't know, can I use item interaction to grab Crow?
All the townspeople taking their...
Not while she's conscious.
Okay, that's fair. Then that's gonna be Bantu's turn. He's just gonna get right up in this dude's face. He's gonna like roar right in his face. Roar!
Bantu, can you go 1 square north by chance?
Next up is Seneca Stonebender.
Like there?
Yeah, either one of those squares.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to move for that.
All right. Seneca is. Yeah, that's my best shot. Okay. Excuse me. Seneca is gonna perch herself on the ledge of this watchtower, and she's gonna shoot the longbow at that guy. Bugbear. That's what it's called.
All right.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, that's going to be a miss.
Yep.
Any movement you'd like to take?
How tall is this watchtower? Would it be enough? If she tried to hop on down, would she just die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're 20 feet, right, Ryan? The watchtowers?
I'd say you can climb down far, like scale the side of the platform far enough that you wouldn't take fall damage dropping down.
But it'd be like all your movement to get to the bottom of the tower.
But it's like a 10-foot tower.
Oh, okay.
She's just
But she's
gonna
so short.
Yeah, so there's a chance that you roll 5 out of 6 damage.
You sprain your ankle when you get to the bottom.
Right. No, she's just gonna take kind of little 5-foot steps so she can post up in this corner. So she's closest that she can be.
All right.
And I think that's it.
I've done some digging in the rules. There's no high ground advantage things, right? I haven't seen elevation giving advantage or pluses anywhere, so I wasn't sure.
I think you can, depending on visibility.
Ah, okay.
Next up is Rienne on the strange horse.
What up? It's your boy. I'm already thinking of names.
It's your girl.
It's my girl. Yeah, Rianne was throwing a pity party, crying a little bit. You know, who cares?
We're all
Then there's
crying,
a
Rianne.
combatant.
It's all right.
Then there's a combatant. So she's going to move. I've already charted this. It is. Oh, this is hard. She is going to move right here. 25 feet. She's going to fire a crossbow at the bugbear.
Fire a bugbear!
I thought I did, and I didn't. And that's just fine. You know,
Brienne's so
whatever.
angry.
You're only pretending to shoot him!
You're so
Oh,
angry.
wait, no, that
26.
definitely hits him.
Nice.
You should have went champion fighter. You roll so many 19s, Rachel.
I know, yeah. 10.
10 piercing damage to the bugbear.
And I don't have anything to do, but I do have additional movement.
You had 15 on the horse?
I do have 15.
Nice.
I followed a path. I already charted it. She's going to end right here.
Yo!
Okay, so real quick, I'm sorry if this is going to cause issues, but because that guy was frightened, he couldn't have actually moved closer to me. So did he like run like down the wall towards Shikari
He
and
ran
then around?
directly east, so he didn't get closer to
Alright.
you. He ran away from you.
You gotta go the other direction.
Cause problems. I love
Yep. 30 feet
Oh.
and go.
He just went east. He didn't get closer to EO, right? Oh, shit. That changes a lot of things for a lot of people.
Oh, that.
Wait, can I redo my turn then?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, I mean, where was he when he started?
Well, that's why I
On
tried
the
to
wall.
place myself where I was. Like,
yeah,
I
he
tried
just
to
went
get
east.
so.
He didn't get
Oh,
closer.
no.
That whole thing still stands, Ryan. He didn't get closer to EO. He just went sideways. I think.
But
That,
isn't
But
this
wouldn't
square
that one
closer?
get closer?
did he start here?
Oh, he started behind the wall because I was next to Shikari.
Yeah,
he was
I guess
above.
he would
started
go. He would go like
right there.
yeah. He would go
'Cause he was
here
within 10
and
feet of me.
then here. So he'd be five feet from his original position.
So to go from 10 feet to go to there is getting
Would be
closer.
Yeah. So if you go
So-
just diagonal one and then across, then it's still further if you want him on the other side of the wall.
And go 30 to there.
All right. Well, Bree's out of combat.
So,
That's way out of the fucking way for me to do anything.
so then, since Seneca
Okay,
was
you
right
don't
here,
really
did
think
she run
you're-
right past her?
Uh-huh.
Could I swipe at him
And past Shikari.
and past Shikari?
Yes. Provoking opportunity attacks from the three of you.
Woo! Save the bird.
Now, remind me, can opportunity attacks only be melee attacks?
Yes.
Yeah, unless you
But you have a
caster.
feat.
I do not have a feat, or not at least not that.
You got a
feat.
dagger, which you're really good at.
If I want to be super technical, I threw my daggers.
Oh, I thought
do have a
I thought you got
sickle,
them out of the
though.
body when you moved up there.
Well, yeah, but then I threw them again at some bugbear who I don't know where he is.
Stab him with an arrow.
I mean, would that still be the same
I
damage?
Improvised
redid
weapon.
my movement in case you didn't notice.
It'd be an improvised weapon, so it's a D4 plus dex.
I have a sickle. I'll use that.
Oh, take him out at the ankle.
19.
Seneca's scary.
19's gonna hit.
Before slashing.
4 slashing.
I'm not going to
Alright.
get on Seneca's bad side, that's for sure. Jeepers.
So, Rihanna, as you make your way south on the horse, is there anything else you would like to do?
Sorry, is the bugbear dead?
Not yet.
Hello?
Still hobbling along.
Hello? Oh,
Hi,
God.
Rachel.
We can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Hello.
Hello?
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 Even with the 10 from Rianne?
That bugbear is still alive.
Fuck that bugbear! Alright, well, he's going to die, so.
Next up is EO.
Okay. So EO is going to start chasing this bastard. And he's still got that frightening form.
Mm-hmm.
He just says, "Oh, no, you don't." And he casts another Eldritch Blast. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
For 7 points of damage.
Ooh. He's looking rough. But still
And-
standing. Still got Crow by the palm of his hand.
I'm fine.
And at the end of my turn, he is no longer frightened.
All right.
Lasted for like, oh, is it only that one round?
Yeah, it's to the end of my next turn.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Briarios.
Let's get mixed up.
All right. Bree let go of this dude because the timeline says that's what's supposed to happen. She's going to move and jump like the Hulk. Slam into the ground next to Bantu, pull out 2 javelins, and double fist them, and hit this guy and try to pin him to the tree or something. Depending on how hard she throws him.
All right.
I just want to double check reckless attack real quick. I want to make sure I can do it on ranged weapons or if it has to be melee.
60 feet of movement and action to toss him.
Yeah, because this is my last turn of my jump spell, which I can trade in 10 feet of movement for 30 feet of jump.
Is that once a turn?
Once a turn, yes. Here, let me see if I can.
So isn't that 50 feet of movement?
No, because I leveled up.
30 feet of jump and 20 feet of movement?
I have 40 feet of walking speed now because I leveled up.
Oh, you leveled up. That's right.
So, yeah. So I get to trade in. So total is 60 feet of movement in a turn for free, basically. And just double checking reckless attack. It's no longer melee attacks. I'm going to recklessly attack with 2 javelins. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. And I'm gonna roll the other one too, just in case. And a 22, so that's 2d6 plus 12. That's 20 points of piercing damage, and he is slowed by 10 feet.
He is not. He is dead.
Yay!
So Bree just takes 2 javelins, throws them, and the way that she's so short, she arcs them up and pins his feet, like through his calf. I'm gonna say it goes through his calves and pins him to the top of the wall, and he slumps to the ground.
Oh, you saved me.
As the last combatant goes down, there's a faint bit of breathing room for the party for a moment.
There's one goblin that's making saves against paralysis. Oh wait, did he die?
He died. Shikari took care of him.
Oh, good job, Shikari.
We're out of combat, right?
You're out of combat. You have a little bit of time before the dead start to rise.
Bro's gonna run and give Eo a big hug. So scary.
Are you all right, mistress?
You know, I've really ruined this dress. It's quite unfortunate. I was starting to get to a liking of it, but I seem to have covered it in blood.
That's all right, mistress. I can fix it for you.
And he starts prestidigitating the blood away.
Oh, yay.
Yay!
We need to get those that... Bree's gonna call out loud. We need to get those that survived back inside the wall before the undead stop moving.
Rian, grab Barden. I got Anya.
I have this person. I have Todd.
As
This man's
17 is
name is
not-
now Todd.
as Todd, Barden, and Anya are all scooped up, they all start to kind of shake awake. And each of them seems very confused as to what they're doing outside of the town's walls. They don't remember falling asleep. They remember something like grabbing them from above or behind, and then they just fell asleep, went unconscious.
Is Rian able to carry the commoner and Brodrin on the horse?
You may. Other people have them already. You have to talk to them.
Wait,
yeah.
Brodrin, there's a spider fucker here?
She just wants to get them out of the way because they can't fight just in case something were to happen.
Jasper, get everyone clear of the front gate. Those dead are going to start rising.
They're starting to stand themselves right up again. Shikari's advice was to just leave them alone. We've got the gate resealed as best as we can. We're trying to fortify it. We got a wagon pushed up against it for now, but I think that might hold. It seems as though that they aren't paying much mind.
No, I don't think they have much mind at all.
What about the ones inside the gates?
Just have everyone get inside.
Can Crow try and push this guy off the edge? So he
Sure.
rolls over here.
Sure. I'll be an athletics check.
Hey!
You just nat 20 that mom strength with that shit.
You've got the adrenaline surging right now.
By my head.
I've seen it firsthand. I see it.
Multiple javelins through your person. Yeah, you have no problem throwing his remains off the wall.
Oh god.
Going to start making her way. I don't know how long it'll take her, but to the front gate, in case any undead decide to start breaking through, she can censor them and get them to flee the other direction.
Make your way to the front gate. You can already hear the sounds of undead shuffling on the other side of that gate. Seems as though the majority of them are just continuing to shamble. Some of them push at the gate. There's a little bit of a resistance, but they don't break through. They start shuffling along the wall that was not there a few days ago in Westvale. They start shambling along the side.
Wasn't there?
The wall.
A few days ago. Okay, they walked up there. All right, cool.
If these guards aren't undead yet, can Seneca try to shove them up over the side of the tower onto the ground?
Sure.
Oh, come on.
Assuming that they're not already shambling. If they are, she's not going anywhere near them.
Right.
There's
a couple of dead bugbears inside of the town's limits. Many of the guard that were knocked unconscious up at the top, I think a majority, if not all of them, were healed by Lilia, or at least
They
stabilized.
were stabilized, yeah.
So while they're still unconscious, they are going to make it through. So they won't be re-rising as undead.
Unconscious guards off the tower.
I thought they were dead.
Fuck you.
So luckily, somebody stops Seneca before she starts throwing the unconscious guards off of the
Lily
tower.
for sure. She's like,
Seneca's still
no,
over
wait,
here."
please. They're alive.
I love that for us. We're just like, really? We should just push him over.
We're helping.
We're helping.
No.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
love to think that Chikari's out there like channeling and like directing the undead away from the gate to like ease their passage. That'd be great.
But that's what she's doing so much as she's at the front gate and she's like creating an atmosphere of silence so that the undead continue to shuffle on.
You have a sense for burning?
She's more just like she has her book in her one hand and she has just nothing but air in the other, and she's just standing there and she's basically reciting from memory the book of stories of her mother's escapades, and that is something that she's doing in her mind, but it has the power of vocalization, but also the power of being totally silent. It's magical and perfect. And that's what she's doing at the front gate.
Bree, you watch as something about Shikari being stood there at the front gate, where hundreds and dozens upon other times where you've witnessed it yourself, the undead, when they come to some sort of a barricade like that, when they sense life on the other side, will fight their way through to get through to it.
Oh,
Something about Shikari's energy there is just causing them to face this gate like it's a wall, and they're just like bumping into it and continuing to shamble on. Like something like that could have made the difference for you at Twilight Dell.
Yeah, Bree sees that, and she's got a lot of conflicting emotions at the moment. There's mourning of the people that were lost. There's what could have been, the what ifs, if onlys. And she makes it to the door, and she opens the door of her home. She looks
letting all the zombies in.
Yeah, letting all the zombies in. And
That's what I was going to say.
Opening the door.
she is the bulwark of her home, and so she looks down the street. She sees that Jakari is in her element, and she needs to be in hers. And she makes sure that her family's safe. And
you
so,
get like 2 steps into your house when you feel another different kind of embrace from the bugbear's hug, but Nalia is very quick to embrace hold of you in a way that she has not for a very long time. Like she hugs tight onto you, and you hear her whispering that she's very, very, very proud of everything that you're doing on behalf of the family, and that she's sorry that she can be such a bitch sometimes, but it's just maddening getting locked up in this small little nowhere in town, just being left to raise a child all by her lonesome sometimes. And she feels like she's taking that out on too many other people, and she wants you to know that she's sorry, and she wants you to know that she wants you to bring Shikari back over here for dinner later on in the week so that she can apologize properly to her. But rather than the usual argument that you have experienced when you come home to Nalia, there is considerable apologies being thrown your way after she's gotten a small taste of the goblins that you have been dealing with the whole time.
yeah, Bree just breaks down crying and is just loving on both of them as much as she can. And she's just trying to reassure them that as scary and as perilous as this was, we as a family will survive, and everything is going to be better from now on. She's just trying to keep them as sane and as comforted as possible.
Are the goblins trying? Sorry.
What's that?
That's it for Bree.
Okay. Are the goblins trying to break into the gate, or are they just kind of sliding off of it, going, fuck it, and then following the wall?
So long as this ritual is continuing, as Shikari continues to read from this book and cast whatever spell this is that she's casting, the undead don't seem too particularly interested in breaching that gate.
Okay, so they are.
Shamble off and start moving along.
So they're going this way, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Rien is going to continue to move those that are behind up and over the wall. But she is crying. She's not having a good time. I thought it would be different. I thought it would be different this time. I thought it would be different this time. And after she's done.
What did your character say something? I didn't hear that.
No, yeah, she did. After she helps that, she'll, I don't know, go north.
You ranging north?
Yeah, ranging north. No, but she'll make the long way around to get to the front gate and just wait for the undead to move in.
Undead start shambling on by. You guys watch those dozens of goblins reanimate some of the corpses of those two-headed death dogs, giant rats, firebugs. A lot of them just start moving their way northward.
Bro's gonna sit in this tower and watch as they all walk by. Happy this hype.
Who wants to deal with a couple of dead bugbears in town?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Rio, do it.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I'll be happy to take pot shots at them from, up on the wall.
Yeah, if once I know the family's secure, Bree's gonna make sure that the interior of the wall is secure, and she'll help clean up anything inside.
And with the party securing Westvale from this invasion of kidnapping bugbears, you guys have succeeded in defending the town, prevented a greater number from being kidnapped under the guise of a siege, and have defeated a great number of goblins, giant spiders, and bugbears this day. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
Yay!
Anybody else
Feel
the greatest of succeeding?
Yeah, this doesn't feel exactly like a success.
No.
We survived the first wave.
The first
How about that?
I think that was a raid. I don't know if that was a wave.
Tiny waves.
They were taken prisoners so that they could get information on your town.
Cool.
And we only lost. How many did we lose in town? Can we do a head count?
Like 4.
After total head count, looks like 4.
Oh,
They
what
didn't
about the
know anything.
blacksmith?
Yeah, is the blacksmith still unaccounted for?
I think he is.
Blacksmith is still unaccounted for, but he was unaccounted for before the raid.
Yeah,
Right.
so we kind of know. He probably gabbed.
It's his fault.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill him. He tied up my granddaughter. He's dead.
Leashed her to the front door of her own house.
It was better that way.
He
Yeah, otherwise
probably
she'd be
did save
missing.
her life in the end.
I have so many.
I would just like to point out, because this is a little crazy to me, through that entire battle, EO took exactly 0 points of damage.
He was a
That's
god.
nice.
I'm sorry. Is anyone shocked that you and Crow are dodging damage more than anyone else?
I definitely take some damage there. It doesn't take much for me to get hurt.
Did you break a nail, sweetheart?
I've got the javelins in my chest to prove it.
I mean not to Crow entirely. I love you,
I just like to say we're
I
doing
took
our
100
jobs.
points of damage.
We're backline casters. We're not frontline fighters.
We are not frontline fighters.
I took 114 points of damage.
That's it?
I think the real
That's it.
question here.
I took 28. Almost killed me.
Jeepers.
I'm down.
I took a
I
lot of
think for
damage.
the first like 6 rounds, all I did was play like musical characters and just move people around the board.
That was such
Yeah, there was a lot of
widespread
running around
combat.
town trying to do stuff in this one.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
great.
surprised that we got as far as we did. Like,
Yeah.
we were so spread out.
Hey, I think we did
I think
really well,
You
even
did.
not even considering circumstances. I think we're a pretty well-oiled machine. What I don't think makes any sense is I feel like we're all treating this fight like it's the big fight, but it's not. It's the scouting party, right?
No, this
Give
is
us
definitely
a
not the
win,
big
Evie.
fight. This
Give us
was
a
like
win.
You guys ready to chase after him, hunt him down, ready for round 2?
So I'm just wondering, I don't know.
Okay, who's got spell slots saved?
I've
I
got 0
have
spell
0.
slots, 0 bonus actions, 0 anything available except for 1 bardic inspiration.
I got 1 Scorching Ray.
Ooh.
Y'all burn this shit on the scouting whole afternoon in order to get shit back. That's a lot. That's
I
a
didn't
lot.
have my healer.
I saved 2 of my friends from dying. I think I'm okay.
My
used
healer
up-
was shooting crossbow bolts at
Y'all burn
somebody.
so far from far away. Shoot.
I used up all of my psionic power. One of them was just to get back the trident because I didn't want to waste movement.
On the bright
That was
side, we
awesome.
have 2 fighters and a warlock, so short rest and we're back up, baby.
Actually,
no.
I need a long rest. I really need a long rest. I only get 1 psionic die on a short rest. I need that.
I used
I mean, I would love a
everything.
long rest too. I'm still down 50 hit points.
And Nick, don't forget, it's 2 fighters and 2 warlocks.
I'm still not sure what class EO is. I'm just
I'm
not
not
convinced.
convinced.
I'm just not convinced.
But he might not be a werewolf that doesn't take any damage for the first 3 sessions.
I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of a dungeon master would let one of their players just be a werewolf?
That's a really good question. And what kind of player would follow another player's character in secret to try to find out what they were hiding?
Me.
Oh, everyone in this party.
I feel like there are certain pot shots being thrown. Yes, Sazzles.
And who would kill someone's familiar to try to keep a secret? I mean,
Me.
Who wouldn't?
Definitely not some guy named like Itch or Scratch or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
exactly.
I
He
mean, that's
scratches
not
my
as
itch,
bad
that's
as the
for
guy that's sheriff now. He got a kid killed.
Seriously.
Good on him.
I feel like we're attacking people here. Oh no.
Can we just say that this town is filled with reprobates? That's just
I heard that kid was overrated.
Reprobates. Oh my god. Next thing you're gonna tell me is to devour Fecundity. That
I
is
mean,
a
if you feel the
severance.
urge, go right ahead.
That's a severance reference. I feel like you're that guy who uses like really big words. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And they like try to,
I try not to be superfluous.
but the guy's like, you know what? Fuck you. I love that.
So, Ryan, do we level up? That seemed like
Classic answer. Classic question.
For this combat?
Classic.
we killed so
I
many
think it's
things.
funny you asked because yes, Briarios did level up. I think she was the only one though.
Why?
Because I used my free level up, and it was the only thing that kept my character from dying, besides Bantu's wonderful heal.
What?
So what you're
If you,
saying is we all get to level? That's what I
Point of order, Lucas.
Not yet.
I think it did a lot in terms of giving you multiple attacks, but you didn't take a single point of damage after using your level up.
Because they all ran away like bitches. But I couldn't tell them because I don't speak Goblin.
Friend.
You know, honest to God,
Well, good night, everybody.
I
Ben.
really,
Bye, Ben.
I want to level up so badly. I want that second attack.
Haven't we only been level 4 for like 2 sessions?
Yes, but I'm so damn
As a dungeon master, settle down, dog.
I want that second attack. I want it.
Great, use 2-weapon fighting.
Bad enough that you want to level up for it.
Real quick, Dan, which one of these is the inn with the baths? Now that we've
little
moved the
further up
building.
north.
Oh, yeah, new map, who dis?
Ironically, it's right where Rachel has drawn this blue arrow at the 175 mark.
Oh,
Oh,
off
I
the
don't
map.
see that part of the map.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Little bit
void.
higher
on
up
the
on the
map.
map.
There's just a big black line right about here.
The terror hasn't released that side of the city yet.
We haven't
So you don't
unlocked
have to
this
worry about it
side
being
of the
on the
map.
map.
You had to do this fight before you could unlock that
It's
side of the
space
map.
behind the
You know it
story.
exists in the town, so don't worry about it on the map.
It was a long day. I figured
God,
if
this
we're gonna
city got
die, I'm
bigger.
gonna have a bath first.
Hey, we saved the innkeeper too, so you know
Oh,
that's
wait,
something.
we're back. Guys, we're back.
It's right there.
We wake up.
Wait, I leveled up for nothing? What?
Yay.
Darn it, I missed you. I've killed so many goblins.
Oh my god.
Are we done with? Wait, where's the horse? I need it.
Fast
Where's
start.
the horse? Ryan.
I assume
Can
the
I-
horse was returned back to its stable.
Yes, but can I keep the horse? That is the real question.
No.
Well, I don't know. Does Rien interact with the horse owner? Or does Rien just not return the horse? Because
And
you saying that you return the horse makes me think that no, Rien does not still have the horse.
Well, Rian's by the horse. She'll. I mean, yeah, she returns the horse, but she wants to keep the horse.
Well,
God
knock on the
damn.
door, they might not
Does
be
the
there.
people even know that Rien has the horse because she doesn't exist? Is it her horse?
That
now?
is true. Does everything I touch immediately become unimportant to people who are looking at? I think that's what we need to really answer about Rian's superpowers of just not being.
I think
noticed.
you're very noticeable now because you were a goddamn hero.
Thank you.
You
And you're on a
charging
horse.
through the battlefield on that horse was epic.
I didn't. I only hit one thing with that fucking
But it was
horse.
cool
but I
looking.
Dude,
want
and that
goddamn
trident
horse.
throw, like, come on.
I do.
Jumped
I
over the
deserve.
damn wall like a boss.
I deserve that goddamn horse. I've already named it Iftia. I deserve that fucking horse.
You're gonna have to take that up with that horse's owners. We might have saved them, or they might have gotten carried off. You never know.
Either way,
Yeah.
sounds like you got a horse.
I have a fucking horse. I have 84.
Yeah.
I have 84 gold pieces. I will
No,
buy that
but
fucking horse.
What if they need that horse like as part of their livelihood?
I will give them as much money as 84 gold pieces because that's what I have. I'm sorry. I will buy that horse. I have
worth it.
84.
The only barrier between you and the horse was being able to spell his name correctly. I would want to know the spelling. As
Oh,
would
yes,
anyone.
yeah.
I think. How would one spell his name?
2 F's, huh?
1F.
IFT.
Are we guessing? Are we
If
guessing?
yeah,
Right there.
If we hangman him, does the horse die?
She wrote it right there.
Dude.
Well, I would like to say though,
I shut everything
I've
down
got-
around you.
thing is, I kind of got really hyper focusy and I didn't want to do my job. So I did kind of sort of not really create some language things
What?
for Rian's village. Yeah, I
Did you
did.
write the Barbie fanfic?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I took a class on communications with culture, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was 25 at the time and was 2 years away from losing my mother's health insurance, I totally would have gotten a degree in intercultural communications because I fucking love that shit. That's amazing. But again, you know. Anyway,
when the cultures communicate interwise, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool thing.
Anyway, Ryan, I sent you some of the things I came up with because I know I'll